Hi, welcome to the Royalty Movement Team Training. Tonight, we're going to talk about the W-4. So that's a pay increase or a pay raise at your job, but we're also going to talk about unlimited income. Why? Because as it relates to hitting your financial goals, as it relates to hitting your cash flow goals, it's important for you to have as much cash flow as possible. So we're not going to limit it to just one thing. We want you to have an understanding of all of the ways that cash flow can be increased. That can be through your W-4, that can be through tax saving, that can be through debt elimination, that can be through credit and lowering your interest. That can also be through making money. So we want to cover all bases and let you know the power of what you have. It's $1 million platform, period, point blank. And I don't want you to limit the thought process you have around it just because you might have started when it was $10. We did too, but we cash flow hundreds of thousands of dollars using this platform. So for you, is not something that you should stick with for a lifetime. You're going to do yourself a disservice because this pays for itself. If you just listen to what we have to say and follow the process, the system is free. myEcon is free. It doesn't cost you a dime if you just follow a part of the process. Strategy number one is just the first thing that helps you make your membership free. Beyond that, we're making you profitable and beyond. So, of course, you got the host for tonight. You got yours truly, Mr.
and Mrs. Smith.
And of course, we got the Queen Lashandra. She's going to bring in some fire so we can make sure we get a holistic angle to cater to everybody and make sure that you get the most value. Take notes. And we're going to apply a little pressure because we want the most out of you. Anytime we apply a little pressure, it's because we want to stretch you. We want to push you into your best self. Because many times, if you're in a place right now and you're not where you want to be, it's because the old you got you there. So you can't keep doing the old things and expecting some new results. So if we push you and make sure that you're on point, make sure that you're on track to hitting your goals, just take it as tough love. Take it as that we want to see you win. Take it as that we want to help you make 2022 your best year yet. See, a lot of people drop the ball as it relates to their resolutions, as it relates to their goals. But we're on a good track. We're in a good momentum. So we cannot let up. Even though the year just started, we're already 12 days in. It feels like it just started yesterday. So that lets you know how fast the year is going to be moving. So we need to be attached and not missing a training, not missing a beat, not missing any other opportunities that you have to push you closer to your goals. Every week, you should be getting closer to your goals. Every month, you should be getting closer to your goals. Every quarter, you should be getting closer to your goals. And next thing you know, when the year is over, while everybody else dropped the ball, you stay focused on your goals and you got a lot closer, or you superseded those goals because you stayed plugged in to this system. So I want you to take notes, and we'll just go from there. We're not going to take any questions pertaining to the W-4, but you'll understand why.
Yes. All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to the IRS website. One of the things about myEcon, guys, a lot of the stuff that we teach can be backed, especially as it pertains to the W-4, as it pertains to anything that we teach you about taxes, about write-offs. We get the information straight from irs.gov. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to the irs.gov. Make sure you have your pen.
I'm in the right spot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. There we go. All right. Now go to the home screen. You know, I like to show them
Move this thing out the way.
how we got there. You can just hit the logo. All right. So guys, irs.gov. irs.gov is the IRS official website. Okay. Typically, they will have something about the W-4 form or the tool right here on the home screen. However, we found out that the IRS is actually doing some updates on the tool. So what we're going to do in the top right corner is we are going to go through search, go to the search, and you can literally just type in W-4. When you type in W-4 on the IRS website, you are going to see the paper form right here, okay? It has already been updated. But if you scroll down, the tool that we talk about, the tool that we teach about is called the Tax Withholding Estimator. The Tax Withholding Estimator. If you want to write that down. When we click on the Tax Withholding Estimator, the IRS just hurt our feelings. Right there, service outage. This service will be unavailable from December 30th until late January 2022 for planned maintenance. You guys, Even though the system is down, we are about to give you the game on the W-4, okay? It's probably because they were giving out those child tax credit checks, and so now they have to calculate that into the system. It's a lot of things going on in the world, guys. So that there's a lot of reasons why the system could be down, but they are working on it. They are updating it. Guys, this is the IRS website. If there was anything fishy about the W-4, it would not be promoted on the IRS website. Okay? Look at the things that you need before you begin filling out the form. Okay? We've gotten a lot of questions about this. And again, it's right here on the IRS site. Before you go through the tool, it's down right now. But when it's time to go through the tool, gather the most recent pay statements for yourself. And if you are married, for your spouse too. Gather information for other sources of income you may have. If you have other sources of income outside of just a job, it's the IRS, y'all. They want to know all your money, okay? And then have your most recent income tax return handy. These are the things that they need before you can even start the tool. And usually there's a button right here to begin. It says, keep in mind that the tax withholding estimator's results will only be as accurate as the information you enter. If you guess about anything during this form, that's on you. The information needs to be accurate, guys. You have to have your most recent paycheck stub in front of you before you can even go through this tool. You got anything to add?
The more accurate you are with the information, with the tool, the more accurate your results. That's going to be very important, because when it comes to the W-4, a lot of people have this fear, and I get it, because they're looking at it like, is it going to affect my tax refund? Yes, it plays a part in it, but we help you navigate so that you can maximize the opportunity so you're not caught off guard. A lot of times people are wondering, is it going to make me, well, with the W-4 estimator, you'll see that it positions you to know how to avoid owing, how to possibly get a larger refund, or how to do both, get money throughout the year as well as get a refund. So it clears all of the air. So that's why it's going to be important for you to enter in accurate information. So at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, when it's time for you to file, it's no guesswork. You put it in accurate based on the documents that you needed to have handy. So now you're ahead of the game. So anybody you hear on the sideline, no, I wouldn't mess with the W-4. I wouldn't mess with the IRS. I'm scared of that. Is they are uninformed, uneducated, and they always make things seem complicated that doesn't have to be, because they want to keep you in lack, keep you not knowing, keep you feeling as though an expert has to do this. And when they do that, then they put you in a position of being needy, put you in a position to have to depend on other people. If you know anything about myEcon and the royalty movement, economic empowerment means that we want to empower you. See, when you have an understanding of how the W-4 works, income shifting works, cash flow works, now you're in a position to take full control of your finances indefinitely. But it takes you to get plugged in. And even though this may be over your head, this may sound like another language, I promise you, it'll start making sense as you continue to stay plugged in. So make sure you come with accurate information, because that's going to dictate how accurate your results are going to be, and it's going to benefit you the most.
Yes. All right. So underneath this, guys, and this is some of the things that I want you to review. Again, we are on irs.gov. Why use the estimator tool? Okay. And it tells you the IRS encourages everyone to use the tax withholding estimator to perform a paycheck checkup. Okay. Guys, the IRS tells you that whenever your financial situation changes, you should revisit this form. This is another reason why so many Americans, millions of Americans, are overpaying in taxes. Because guess what? When you have a baby, you should revisit this form. When you send a kid off to college, you should revisit this form. When you get married, when you get divorced, whatever you go through that will affect your money. If you get a new job, if you change jobs, if you get a raise, all of those are changes to your financial situation and requires you to revisit this form. Guys, otherwise you're overpaying taxes. Some of y'all on here may be the type of people you look forward to that large refund at the end of the year. I posted about this on my Facebook the other day. You look forward to that big lump sum. But if you're struggling all year long, what sense does it make? When the IRS allows you to take a portion of that refund, spread it throughout the year, make your paychecks bigger, and now bye-bye struggle. You can be saving. You can be establishing an emergency fund. myEcon is going to show you how to start reading your debt, how to invest your money and have your money growing for you. But you need the cash flow first. This is one of the very first steps in doing that. Okay? When should you use the estimator? I jumped ahead. Whenever your financial situation changes, it gives you examples right here. Marriage, birth of a child, just went over that, adoption, anything that can change your finances. To change your withholdings, they're letting you know there's going to be a tool. Then there's the actual paper form. The hyperlink is right here. This is the W-4P. If you are retired and you're trying to get adjusted for your pension or your annuity payments, there's a link for that. And so we want y'all to actually go on the IRS website and look at this and read up on it. It even talks about complex tax situations. And y'all know, some of y'all may be in a complex tax situation. You may make a certain amount of money, then, you brought in a parent or something that you're going to be fully supporting. Then you send a kid off to college. You got a lot of changes going on within 1 year that can cause your situation to be a little bit complex. There's a link for that on the IRS website. Somebody unmute it. Hold on, y'all. Okay. There we go. All right. And then there are, all right, security. Okay. Look, they're letting you know right here, the tax withholding estimator does not ask you to provide sensitive information, okay, such as bank account numbers and stuff like that. If you see that, that's a red flag, okay? Avoid any type of tax scams. This is the W-4. There's no reason they should be asking you for your bank account number, okay? So they're just trying to make you aware. And then the frequently asked questions about the W-4. Okay, so I just wanted to skim through this, guys, because even though the system is down, we want you to be in position. We want you to know what to expect when the system is back up, the things that you are going to need to go through the tool and adjust your W-4.
Absolutely. And this is what you got to understand about the W-4. Definitely make sure you have these things in place, because once it does unlock, now you're in a better position to make sure you're hitting your financial goals sooner. When we say we wanted to help you make 2022 your best year yet, it's centered around you leveraging your job. Yeah, you have a job, and a lot of people diss a job. And we're going to talk about a scenario where someone is leveraging their job and positioning themselves to do some great things. But I want you to understand the value that your job brings to the table, the value that myEcon brings to the table, and how we're using the IRS tools to put you in the best position to win with your job. A lot of people want to fire their boss and quit their jobs and all of that. That's cool. But in the meantime, while you're working your job, let's maximize that opportunity. The W-4 form is not just a form you play with and adjust 6 months out of the year, or a form that you should be scared of. It's a wealth form when partnered with myEcon. It's a wealth form when partnered with the tools and the strategies. It's a wealth form when partnered with the royalty movement. So once you understand that, then you'll say, okay, I'm not going to miss the upcoming training, because it'll be towards the end of this month when it unlocks. Once it unlocks, we're going to do a training. We're going to do some exact examples. We pulled some people who already said they didn't mind sharing their W-4, so we're going to do some exact examples then. We can't do it now because obviously the form is down. But when we do those exact examples and scenarios, you just find whichever one best fits you. Of course, we can't go through each and every scenario, but we're going to do a few that should at least get the ball rolling, and then you'll understand the power of the W-4 and you bringing in more money. It's a wide range of people who are overpaying in taxes. When I say wide range, over 100 million Americans, which means that it's over 100 million Americans who need desperately myEcon. So do not shy away from this form from a fear angle, from a lack of knowledge angle, or just thinking that it's something that you shouldn't touch or you shouldn't experience or get an understanding for, because it's really not that hard. And we're going to simplify and hold your hand or guide you and point you in the right direction every step of the way.
All right. So the next thing that we want to do, you guys, because I understand that a lot of y'all are new. Some of y'all, if you can get this off the screen and just bring it to us.
Well, it's a couple of bullet points that I wanted to hit on that you wrote down.
Okay, cool.
What are they? The ones that, it was two things that I had you write down earlier about
Oh,
the W4.
okay. The W4 is a wealth form.
Okay, such that
The power of having a job.
Gotcha. So the power in having a job, as it relates to the W4 form, and I brushed on this, and I'm gonna touch on it, and then I'm gonna pick up on it towards the end as we transition. But the power of having a job. Do not feel down, depressed, or anything about you having a job. I know you might not like it or whatever the case may be, and if that's the case, and you got to make shifts and pivots, that's cool. But we're not gonna be the type that's gonna bash you if you have a job. Even though we work full time from home, even though LaShondra works full time from home, we're not gonna knock you, but we're not gonna let that hinder you either. See, a lot of times people work their job, but they limit themselves for the opportunity to have more than just the job's income. So we're gonna stretch you to make sure that you in a position to have either more cash flow that's multiplying, or if you so choose, you have another stream of income. The job actually is the perfect marriage with a home-based business, with a side business. That was one of the pitches that I used to say back in the days, outside of when I used to go up to people and say, hey, if I can show you how to get a pay raise at your job, would you be interested? If I can show you how to get a pay raise at your job without you asking your boss, would you want more information? They would say, absolutely. The other thing I used to say is, hey, did you know that if you work a job and you have a home-based business, that you actually qualify for more money coming in to your paycheck every single time you get paid? Because the power in the job in a W4 is that when you have, or the power in a job and having a home-based business is that when you have a job and a home-based business, you qualify for even more money to come in your paycheck and or more tax deductions. That's a whole nother conversation, and we'll pick up on that as you stay plugged into the training. But I want you to know that your job has power, meaning that you can get rich on your job nowadays. There's a way for you to build wealth while working your job, and that way you're moving in the direction of positioning yourself to either retire early or retire in a place where you are very, very comfortable, if not a millionaire, using the job to the best of your ability. So understand the power in your job. Plus, you got an almost guaranteed income. And I say almost because some jobs will let you go. So that's just the fact of the matter. But it's income that you're expecting. When it comes to entrepreneurship, it's no guaranteed income. It's ups, it's downs, it's peaks, it's valleys, etc. But when you got that job, you got something you can fall back on. But at the same time, you got some cash flow strategies working for you. You got the W4 working for you. You got the tools that we provide inside of myEcon working for you. You got some myEcon deposits that's hitting your bank account every single week just by you exposing other people to what we have. So you got a lot of things that are working for you that makes the job income one thing, but you got extra money coming in. So now you have a lot more freedom and flexibility that can push you closer to your goal. So there's value in your job, and we don't want you to think anything different. We just want you to maximize your job. So they're not just leveraging you, you're leveraging them. You're not just working at the job, you're making the job work for you outside of the job. So just wanted to point that out as we transition into the next part.
Yes, and you guys, I want to be very clear that the Withholding Estimator tool being down is not a royalty movement thing.
That's right.
That is not a myEcon thing. It is a IRS thing. The government tool is down. Okay, so we don't want y'all out here talking about myEcon don't work. I've been in for this long and I haven't got my pay raise. The IRS system is down, not ours. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do though, especially for the new members on here and just painting that vision about the W4, we wanted to bring on some live testimonies. People who've been with myEcon for years who have seen success with the W4 pay raise strategy. Now we have, but we haven't worked the job in a while, guys. So we're not going to share our personal testimony. We're going to bring some people up to share their testimony and what you can look forward to, okay? So the first testimony, Queen, I hope you're ready. We got Miss Jamesia out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, okay? Let us know how long you've been with myEcon, what what it was like before myEcon and applying the W4 pay raise strategy, your testimony from that.
Hey everybody, I'm Jamesia. I've been in myEcon going on 4 years now. Before joining and using the W4 strategies, I was paying a lot of money in federal taxes. But when I used the strategies, I was able to income shift $400 back into my paycheck a month. Now, fast forward to now, and Angela can vouch for this because I did volunteer for her to do an updated one. There are no federal income taxes withheld from my paycheck now. But because it's a new year and the form changes, I still want to revisit to make sure I'm still not going to be paying out a lot of money out of my pocket. So the strategies do work. Don't sleep on the strategies at all. Like, stay focused, be consistent with it, and you will see the results because I did. Yes, I kind of fell off here and there. I missed a couple of trainings, but I stayed at it, but I stayed in the background. So, like I said, just stay plugged in no matter what. If you have questions, reach out. Somebody in one of the groups help guide you along the way, but don't give up. Yes, the IRS system is down. It's not the end of the world. Just when it come back up, use your most recent check stub to make sure you are keeping more of your money in your pocket. So that way you can apply the PCP plan. You can put that plan into action. So my 3 words for this year is focus, consistency, and execution. And that's all I have. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna do that again. I said, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. You ain't leaving. $400 a month coming back into your household. What were you able to accomplish over the almost 4 years that you've been involved with myEcon because of that additional cash flow?
So I was able to pay down on some debt. I was able to do a mini emergency fund for me and my family. So that was just the main things that I was able to do with putting that money back into my pocket. Because once I realized and I looked at my paycheck when I saw the extra $200, I was like, okay, I got some change left over after I got paid. Okay. And it was just on a consistent basis. And I promise you'll look up and you'll be like, okay, I still got money left over. Like, I know I paid this bill, and that bill, but I still got some money left over. You're going to be like, okay. And you'll find, like I said, you will be glad to put that extra money in your savings to help with that mini emergency fund. But yes, y'all, like, it is a game changer. So don't sleep on it. Get it done. Website, come back up, get it done.
Yes, thank you so much, Queen. And guys, one of the things that she touched on was an 8-step plan, the PCP. If you don't know what that is, you have not been on the royaltymovement.com and completed the training videos. One of the things about us, y'all, we put a lot of time into that system. That website has literally everything that you need, okay? Everything that you need. The 8-step plan is a plan that was designed by myEcon to teach you how to become financially free. It's 8 steps. It's going to walk you through
Document 807.
Period. Document 8. You better come through. You better come through. Okay? That document is going to walk you through increasing your cash flow as much as possible. That's the very first step in this 8-step plan. That is the W4. That is actually understanding wants, needs, right? Cutting things off, budgeting, things that you don't need. There's various ways to increase your cash flow, and that is step number 1. The other 8 steps, I'm not going to spoil it for y'all. You're going to take that cash flow. It's going to teach you how to create a mini emergency fund, which Jamesia was able to do. A mini emergency fund is a minimum of $3,000. It's going to cover any mini emergency that you can have, from falling ill to a flat tire to anything unexpected. Y'all know life is just going to keep throwing stuff at you, especially if you got kids. Be financially prepared, okay? It's going to also walk you through how to get a home, fixing your credit, investing, paying down debt, and just overall becoming financially free, guys. 8 steps. TheRoyaltyMovement.com. I know you got something to add.
Absolutely. And that PCP, the personal cash flow plan, is a lifetime plan. So if you were thinking that myEcon was just this short-term 30-day thing, no, it's setting you up for wealth. It's positioning you to be able to build wealth with or without a financial advisor, and have guidance on being able to do it. Have a network on being able to do it, and knowing that you can execute at the highest level using our simple system. Now, this is what I want to point out. $10 got a lot of people in, but the monthly is $39. Now, if you do it right, it can be tax deductible. But let's say you're not into building the business to make the business tax deductible, because that's the way you make your business 100% tax deductible, plus hundreds of other things can be tax deductible. Let's just say that you only want to implement the strategy. You only want to get out of debt. You only want to better your credit. You only want to learn investment. If you just heard Jamesia, what she was able to do was increase her take-home pay by $400 a month. So if the membership is $40 per month, but the system taught her how to rightfully bring in an extra $400 a month. If you know rates of return, that's 1,000% rate of return.
Or they're not ready.
So how much did the business really cost her? It didn't cost her a dime. It was free because it cost $40 to be in the membership, but she brought in an extra $400. So now that extra money, even if you just did the math and say, well, $360, she really brought in $360 because she had to pay $40 for the monthly membership. Okay, cool. But now she got an extra $360 that was once being given away, once being left on the table, that now can go towards that emergency fund, that now can go towards debt elimination, that now can go towards investing, all because of that tool. So when I say that the W-4 form is a wealth form, that's what I'm talking about. When I say that the W-4 form can help you build wealth by leveraging your job, that's what I'm talking about. So do not sleep on what it is that we have. And I want you to understand it and get it down into your membrane, because a lot of people are in myEcon, meaning you got a username and a password. And as long as you know your website, you can get in there, and we'll talk on that a little bit later. But you got a username and a password, meaning you're in myEcon. But when you understand the power of what myEcon is teaching, eventually myEcon will get inside of you. So now you go from being in myEcon to myEcon being in you. And the difference is you'll look at it like, okay, I don't want to overpay in my taxes. I don't want to overpay in interest. That's money that's making somebody else wealthy that could be going towards my household, that could be going towards me building generational wealth. And a lot of people are not going to talk to you about these strategies to help you build generational wealth. They just want to talk about you only making more money. They want to talk about you only putting your money in the hands of somebody else so they can invest it, not us. We want to position you to understand, look, there's a lot of ways you can create returns on investment. I just told you how she got 1,000% return on her investment. A lot of people are not getting it anywhere. So that being said, this is an investment that you have access to, not a bill, not an expense. So a lot of people are, it's a cost, it's a monthly bill. Anytime I hear that, that means that they didn't fully watch the information that we share. Because if you think it's a bill, then you didn't realize that this pays for itself. Day one, as long as you apply the strategies we teach, and especially when the W-4 is back up, and then especially if you stay plugged in to fixing your credit, that can save you over the lifetime hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest, etc. So good job, Demetria.
Yes, absolutely, Queen. Thank you so much for that testimony. I didn't see Gerard Lloyd's name, but Gerard, if you are on, because I see some iPhones on here. If you are on, let me know real quick that you're on. And I see Lami on, but I know we want to do his third. You gonna hit up?
Nah, Gerard ain't on. I ain't gonna hit him up, but I'm pulling up some of the stuff that me and Lami discussed. So
okay,
we can run through it.
All right. So Gerard is probably not on, guys, but he also has an amazing testimony. Y'all, so many people, like nobody's results are going to be the exact same. Jamesia was able to get $400 a month. Somebody else might get $200. Somebody else might get $300. Somebody else might get $800. We've seen $1,000, right? Because everybody, if you're in different income brackets, if you're, your results are going to vary. Okay, so we're not guaranteeing you any set amount. You got to go through the system because it's based on everything. It's based on the income you're making, the kids that you have, if you qualify for credits, how many streams of income do you have? Are you married? Are you single? How many jobs do you plan on working? All of that is factored in, which everybody results, again, may vary. So the next king that we are actually going to bring up, his name is Lami. Lami, if you can go ahead and unmute. Lami Poley in the building. Let us know how long you've been with myEcon and, go ahead.
I got it from here. Listen, so this is the thing, Lami, I'm gonna make it simple for you because I understand your scenario and I understand you got different kind of hours. So we're gonna just make this Q&A style. I'm gonna just ask you a couple of questions and we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna drive the point home so they can understand the power of their job. So when I was talking about how your job can be a blessing, how your job can really position you to build wealth. These questions I'm about to ask him should turn on a light bulb for you. So Lummy, if you would unmute real quick and let me know that you can hear me loud and clear, and we'll go from there. And I'm pushing to ask you to unmute just in case it's any hindrance going on there, Kane. So if you can hear me, unmute. Don't make me tell your testimony for you. Don't make me tell your testimony for you, because I wanted people to hear it directly from you. If not, just so we can keep the show going, I'm gonna give a recap of some of his testimony, but it's always good if you hear it directly from the individual. All right, Lummy, if you can hear me, unmute. If not, in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking my talk. I'm gonna make it real easy, so don't even worry about having to have your camera on, none of that. If you can unmute and just talk, then I got you. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. So I was talking to Lummy earlier, and I know Lummy has been in myEcon for some years, at least 5 years, maybe 6, give or take. So I was just kind of finding out what his testimony was, getting a refresher on what it was. And he sent me a text stuff from back initially when he started myEcon. Now, when we talk about the W-4, a lot of times what we tell you is that on average, people are able to get anywhere from $200 to $800 a month back into their household. That's the average. And if you understand averages, that means some people get less, some people get more. So he showed an example of one paycheck. One paycheck was a reflection of 2 weeks worth of work. And it basically said before myEcon, I wish I could see this, but before myEcon, his federal taxes was $763.06. So they was taxing him $763.06 per paycheck. Crazy. Per paycheck. After myEcon, they started taxing him $34.31. So if you can do some quick math, that's $700+ per paycheck that he was able to bring in using strategy number 1. Do you think he has a problem with paying $40 a month to keep his membership open? Do you think he understands that myEcon is an investment, not a bill? See, when you understand that myEcon is an investment, not a bill, you'll let something else get cut off before you let your myEcon membership go inactive. You'll let something else fall down the waistline before you let your myEcon asset no longer give you access. So he understands that. Now, $700 per paycheck is equivalent to $1,400 per month. So yeah, we say $200 to $800 on average. He was able to bring in an extra $1,400 per month. Imagine what you can do with that. Even if it was $200, that's more than what some people are able to do. They even say statistically $300 extra is enough to keep a person from filing bankruptcy or going into foreclosure. So we're not minimizing any amount that you're able to bring in. I don't care if you got an extra 100, extra 150, extra 200. That doesn't matter. But he was able to bring in an extra 1,400, which lets you know that it varies based on your situation. So with that extra $1,400, he was able to pay down some debt faster. He was able to build up an emergency fund. He was able to build up a savings. And 2.5 years ago, he was able to have $15,000 in cash to put down on purchasing his home. Many people want to become homeowners, but a lot of people don't have the cash flow to position themselves to make the home buying experience smooth. See, I bet you his home buying experience was a lot smooth. See, a lot of times people think that it takes forever to have to buy a home, but if you have a cash flow and you put your money in certain places, the home buying process could take a few weeks. Like when we did, it didn't take that long because we were ready. The credit was right. We had the funds to be able to put down and do certain things. He had the extra $15,000 to put on buying his home, but it didn't stop there. He also started to understand the importance of investing his money. So now he got an extra $1,400. He's able to invest that money into the 401k attached to his job and, the different things that come along with that. Now that comes with extra tax deductions, but we're not going to get into that. But to date, he said he had to get the accurate numbers, but he knows that in his 401k, his investments, and he's nowhere near retirement age. And retirement is not based on age, it's based on money. If you get your money to a certain place, you can retire when you deem necessary, meaning that if you got the right assets and investments, you can retire and you might be barely 30. You might be barely 40 if you put yourself in that position. He's nowhere near the age of 65, which is the retirement age. However, what he was able to do with that extra $1,400 is to have over $110,000 invested, 6 figures invested because of that extra money and the strategies and things he was learning by being inside of myEcon. You see, when he is ready to retire, he'll probably retire a millionaire. Not just because he made a lot of money in myEcon, not just because his job gave him this great pension, but because the partnership between having a job, having the knowledge that myEcon teaches, position him to have 6 figures in his investments right now, which is going to grow, which is going to multiply, which is going to turn into way more. So when he is ready to retire, he's not worried about getting a retirement job because he got over 6 figures investment. So that's the prime example of what I mean, that the W-4 is a wealth form, number one. Number two, when I say that your job has value, he's leveraging the mess out of his job to build that type of wealth. You see, he's not the biggest builder in myEcon. He's brought in over 50 people over the time of him being inside of myEcon. He's not the biggest builder. However, that could speed up his time frame. That could speed up your goals if you are the person that say, you know what, I do want to make infinity. I do want to make CEO. That can position you to create, $1,000 residual, 6-figure residual. You can do that. However, you don't have to do that because it's not mandatory. That's just depending on your work ethic and what you want to do. Because myEcon created a system that allowed anybody who wants to build wealth the ability to build wealth. And what that means for you is that even if you don't recruit, even if you don't sign anybody up, you're not passionate about the fact that, didn't nobody sign up, I want to quit. No, because you're building wealth with or without them. Lummy's building wealth with or without them. He had people sign up, cancel, quit, and that he don't care because he got 6 figures in his investments because of myEcon. And if they knew better, they would do better and they would have stuck around and they could have probably been on that same wavelength. So what I'm saying is now he's in a better position using the strategies, all starting from using the W-4, staying plugged in and investing it. And you can be the same way because your job can be the thing that builds wealth once you understand how to put it all together. Now you go to work feeling different. I remember when I first did my W-4 years ago, I went to work feeling different, knowing I'm working the same amount of hours as the person beside me. We're making about the same amount, but I'm bringing in more because I corrected my.
Okay, now go.
I'm bringing in more because I corrected my W-4. But we're working the same hours, but I'm bringing in more. But now you go to work feeling different because you know that you got a plan, you got a strategy. It's not a get rich quick. It's not a scheme. It's not a scam. And anybody who thinks something is a scam about what we have, the acronym of scam is still confused about money. So we want to make sure you're not the one that's confused because it's easy for you to go tell your uncle or your parents or your siblings or your friends about myEcon. Yes, this thing showing you how to adjust the W-4, and then they may feed you that negative in. You don't want to touch the W-4. I know somebody who did that back in the days and they end up on. They are still confused about money. They don't know yet. So you just got to have the ability to educate them or plug them into the systems that we have in place. So then they can start to learn more about it. But if not, if they never learn it, no big deal. But just don't let the outsiders influence you or deter you from the asset that you have access to. But Lummy was able to take that extra $1,400, turn it into some debt elimination, a big down payment on his home, and also 6 figures in his investment account using the W-4 form.
Yes, guys, let me just give you some perspective, okay? I did a TikTok video last year, a 60-second video talking about the W-4, showing the IRS Withholding Estimator Tool, and to date, that video is at 3.8 million views. 3.8 million views. And it was mostly people in the comments not knowing what this form was. And I was like, so many people working jobs, this is the form that they give you when you first get that job. How is this possible? In 2016, mind you, we joined myEcon in 2014. In 2016, we did a Facebook Live video going over the W-4 form. That video to date is over 900,000 views. And that was back in 2016. So many people don't know this information. You gotta understand that you have your hands on something golden. I just know if I do another W-4 video, which I plan on doing again on TikTok, it's gonna go crazy. And think about it. Not only can you bless yourself and your household with this information, people that you know, people that you work with right now can benefit from the exact same information. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some perspective. I'll leave it there.
I love it. I love it. And this is what you got. Yeah, let's bring Gerard on. Gerard King, if you can hear me, go ahead and unmute and we'll kind of go through your scenario, just talking about your W-4 example, and then we'll segue into the next part of the call. We're just painting a picture to let people know, get ready for the W-4 training that's about to take place at the end of the month, because it's money that you may be leaving on the table. We want to help you pick it up. If not, no big deal. We've got other ways to help you increase your cash flow, but you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss the W-4 aspect that you can incorporate into being able to leverage that strategy to build wealth while you're working your job. And then, of course, if you want to do more and build wealth using myEcon and the business building aspect, we can do that as well. King Gerard, are you here? Can you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loud and clear, on, sir.
Man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. I know if y'all don't know King Gerard, he was on one of the previous trainings and he shared his testimony. It's some phenomenal things, but we're gonna let him do the recap. But let's start with when you were exposed to myEcon, and the first thing you did as it relates to making that income shift, and then just kind of paint the picture for him.
Okay, so when I first heard about myEcon and did my research and did the videos and actually joined, one of the first things I did was change my W-4. On average, they were taking. Now, this was a job I got paid bi-weekly. On average, they were taking $140 in federal taxes. Just federal only, not Medicare and state taxes, just only federal. So I was able to go in there and get all the federal. And they say the more you make, the more they take. When you would actually adjust your W-4, the more you make, the more you keep. So I was able to go in there and get that 140, and I got paid, like I said, get paid twice a month. So 140 ended up being $280. It may not sound like a lot of money, but I'm telling you, when you start snowballing your debt, actually, I believe everybody needs to actually go in there and look. When you go on your income shifting membership, actually go in there and look at it. Look how to set your debt up. Actually set your debt up. Put your numbers in there. It doesn't come real to you until you actually put your actual numbers in there. I see a lot of people in the chats, hey, how do you do this? You have to actually go in there and look. It's your economy. You have to go in there and look, take your time and see what's going on. It's powerful. It's powerful. But let me get back to the script. Yeah, so I was able to get this $280. And like I said, once I found out the concept of, okay, I'm getting my money back. This is nothing I had to go ask my employer, hey man, can you give me a raise? This is just something along with just my regular 80 hours that this is actually extra money coming on and I saw it. I started working more hours. And also too got another job. So like I said, I got a job at the dollar store, and I got that bread over there too as well. So I mean, I just snowballed my debt. So like right now, I want a living, not have no debt. So basically, I have I just pay light gas and water, food and rent. And so right now, what I'm doing is building up an emergency fund. I was in almost $28,000 worth of debt. If I had $10,000 over there in savings in the emergency fund, I wouldn't have to go borrow from Title Max. I wouldn't have to go borrow $5,000 from, these clowns over here. I wouldn't have to go borrow all that money. I had to go learn how to manage my own money instead of being a borrower. And so when I actually so that's what I'm doing now. I'm building up an emergency fund. I want an emergency fund of, I want a year's worth of living expenses, because you never know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what, as soon as I got myself out of debt, one of the first things that happened to me, my motor broke down in my car. It cost me $2,900. As soon as I pick up my vehicle back from getting my motor fixed, my transmission went out. It cost me $29. There was another $2,900. But thank God, instead of it being such an emergency, it was more so just like, okay, let me get that fixed. Y'all come on. All right, Miss Lou, we'll get your car back in a week. So it's important, because otherwise, if you don't have these things in place, you're gonna be borrowing. You're gonna be, if you ain't got your credit tight, you're gonna be getting hit at some high interest rates, and you don't want that. So it's myEcon is a win-win situation. Once you actually plug into it, and stop pity patting around. Actually plug yourself, put your numbers in there. Put your numbers in there and actually put yourself in the system. It's a win-win situation. But yeah, man. So that's pretty much out. Like I said, I was able to get my money back. I'm still right now to this day. I'm just stacking. I'm stacking. So I'm ready to, like I said, right now I'm ready to as soon as I got some accounts, T. Rowe Price and Vanguard, I'm getting ready to start funding those accounts. But I won't start investing until I fully fund my emergency fund. That's important because if you have an emergency, like ask yourself, everybody ask yourself this question. If stuff hit the fan today, can you cover yourself 2 months without a job? Can you cover yourself 90 days? Can your family eat if they tell you that, hey, I'm sorry, sir, you've done a great job today. I'm sorry, sir, but we gotta let you go. Can you actually handle that? Can you handle 60 days? Can you handle 90 days without a job? You know, that's important. That's a life changer. That's a game changer. Because most people, if you live in check to check, they let you know how jacked up your finances are. You got a negative cash flow. You need to fix that ASAP. But I'm gonna hand it back over to Marcus, and I don't hog up all the time now, but it really changed my life, y'all. Like I said, even if I don't never sign up anybody else in myEcon, I still win. I'm still winning. I'm getting it. You know, so now I took some time out. I'm gonna leave that right there like that. But
Thank you,
go ahead.
King.
Yeah,
Nah,
go
that's
ahead.
beautiful. That's beautiful. And I hope y'all caught that. Because what he did was he brought in an extra 240. He saw the power in there, started knocking out that debt. Had almost $28,000 worth of debt. He said, you know what? Let me plug my numbers in. He realized that when he plugged his numbers in, it was gonna take him over a year to pay it off. He said, but nah, if I go ahead and get this side job, no matter what everybody else is gonna think about it, when say about me, I can pay it off soon. Got the side job, and now he knew the W-4 strategy as well. Paid that debt off in a year instead of a year and 7 months or whatever the time frame was. Paid off $28,000. Now he doesn't have that debt. That creates another level of mental freedom. Just knowing, okay, I'm no longer attached to having to borrow to get these payday loans or whatever else that comes along with it. That's another level of mental freedom. Do you know how rewarding and fulfilling that is just off of that alone? You see, myEcon is putting you in a position to create freedom. Freedom is more than money. See, money is one thing you want to get out of the way, but once you have a level of freedom, now that increases your health, your energy. It's just one of those things that just a gift that keeps on giving. And he was able to do that, and he compressed the time frame. And like he said, even if he doesn't bring another soul in, he has myEcon inside of him now. See, you can listen and tell when somebody is in myEcon versus when myEcon is inside of them. And then he also told you, look, I hear some of y'all asking certain questions. I see some of the questions y'all asking. You got to plug into the system. And he's somebody who day one, I contacted him, saying he was in the system. I plugged him in, you know, and let him know that I was a resource that he could reach out to. He called me every now and then, but he was diving into the system himself. He wasn't asking to get his hand held. He was diving into the system himself, watching old videos, staying educated, staying plugged in. He'd be like, hey, I've been able to do this and this. I just had a question about this. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Boom. He out of there because he was diving into the system. So you got to dive into the system because it's a good chance that the questions that you're asking, we've already answered. And if we haven't answered it, myEcon has the answer. And if myEcon has the answer, we probably told you where to access the answer. So you got to dive into the system. Not that we don't want to help you, but it's a lot of work that we've already done to shorten your learning curve to help you maximize this opportunity. So King, I appreciate you for sharing that testimony and just kind of letting you know the power of the W-4 and how you can build wealth. And notice this had absolutely nothing to do with you building a big organization. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to you making extra money and creating another stream of income if that's the option you choose in addition to this. However, myEcon puts you in a position to let your money make you wealthy. You see, that's what's going to be the key that makes you wealthy.
Yes.
It's not working harder, working more overtime, getting the most promotions at your job, getting all these college degrees. None of that really plays a part in you building wealth. It's what you do with your money, because your money is going to be the thing that makes you wealthy. When you understand that, you don't want anybody else taking more than they need to. You want to take more of your own money back from the people who are taking it from you, so then you can create the wealth. So your money is going to make somebody wealthy. The question is who? Is it going to be the governments that's benefiting and making money off of your money? Is it going to be the banks that's charging you too much in interest that are going to benefit off of making your money and making them wealthy? Is it going to be big business that's advertising down your throat, wanting you to spend money with them every single holiday and jacking up prices and things of that nature so they can get wealth off of your money, or is it going to be you? Because you understand income shifting in myEcon, and you know how to bring in the tax dollars that you overpaying. You know how to pay less in interest and be able to negotiate because your credit score allows you that liberty to do so. You know how to put your money in a place that allows you to get a return on your investment. Your money's gonna make you wealthy. We're just gonna show you how to get it and how to get more of it if you want it. And then we're gonna write this thing out as far as we can go. So stay with us.
Yes, guys. And if you hear everyone is keep saying, and you're gonna keep hearing this over and over and over and over and over, plug into the system. Plug in, plug in, plug in. Because it's important that you're doing your due diligence, guys. You invested money. I don't care how small. You need to make sure you get a return on that investment. I don't care if you only paid $10. Make sure you make that $10 back. Multiply, 10x it. Get you $100 out of the deal, $1,000 out of the deal, right? Get a return on your investment. So for the person who said, oh, well, I'm not going to say that, but guys, we do training calls every single Wednesday. Please jot this down. Put it on your Google Calendar. Guess what? That's pinned to the announcements in the Facebook group. Every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do trainings. It's been that way for 8 years, okay? Put it on your calendar. We send out text reminders just to send out text reminders. It's a reminder, but you should have already known that a training call was going down today at 8 p.m. Okay? More than anything, guys, I want to sum up this training so that we can keep going. What you should have got is this. As it pertains to wealth, okay? It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. Not giving so much money away. You're living paycheck to paycheck because you're letting too much of your paycheck go in the form of taxes. Okay, so we have a homework assignment for everybody on. Go to theroyaltymovement.com.
You still sharing the screen?
No, you gotta pull it back up. Okay. Homework for everybody on here on theroyaltymovement.com. Okay. There is a W4 video on here. Okay. This is the welcome video right over here to the side. Circle it. Lesson number 1. How to properly fill out the W4. This is the 2021 form. Because again, y'all, the system is down. But this is a thorough example, us walking you beginning to the end, and there's more examples down here. Watch at least one W4 video in its entirety. Don't skip through, y'all adults. Don't skip through. Don't try to shortcut yourself. Watch the whole video and get a full understanding, and then just start thinking about what you'll be able to do with that additional cash flow. If you don't know what myEcon is going to teach you to do with that cash flow, you should keep watching videos, right? Because all of it is broken down here in these lessons that we designed for you, okay? Watch the video. That's your homework.
I love it. And definitely make sure you got the documents in hand and have them ready. And the thing is, you'll have another paycheck stub by the end. Yeah, not for this. But you'll have another paycheck stub that comes before the next time we actually do the live training where we're going over the W4. But this just gives you an understanding of how the W4 works. And then when the changes take place, we'll educate ourselves on the new changes so that we can make sure you're ahead of the curve in the area of the W4 and you can maximize that opportunity and play some of the roles that they played by adjusting their W4, getting out of debt, saving more money, investing, etc., making your job more useful than just something that's just paying you on a regular basis. No, you're using your job to actually build wealth.
Yes, and the IRS stated that by the end of January, the system will be back up, and we're going to keep an eye on it. As soon as that system is up, we're going to drop an example for the team, guys, because that's what we're here for. And we're going to make sure that you see what it looks. I don't know if they're going to change up the whole look or what, but you can see how it looked in 2021 when you do your homework. Guys, a key piece to this, you got to make sure that myEcon account stays active. If that account is inactive, you will not get an invite to that training. Okay, because this is what myEcon is. If you don't have an active myEcon account, how you gonna get trained? Just gonna be watching it for fun, right? So you have to make sure that myEcon account stays active. The W-4 is not the only angle of myEcon. We have a credit testimony, plenty of credit testimonies already. The biggest one that blew my mind was Latia, who was able to raise her credit score over 100 points in her first 15 days of being in myEcon, going through that My Credit system. The W-4 is only one angle. You can start plugging your numbers into the debt elimination tool, like Gerard just said, playing around with those numbers, seeing what year you're going to be debt free. Don't be on here talking about 2022 going to be your year if you're not trying to put no work in, right? You invested and you have a system that can really help you to boss up and make 2022 your best year yet. There's investment videos on here that you can start watching today. This $10 investment can pay you over and over and over again, multiple ways, but you have to do your due diligence. Okay? That's all I got. Y'all, the second half of this training is going to be for those of you who are in the builders group, who want to make money in myEcon. We're not taking questions on the W-4 because, again, we didn't even go through the live example because the system is down, okay? So if you're not interested whatsoever in making money, in sharing this opportunity, in blessing other people with a chance to fix their credit, buy a home, then you can definitely exit the call. And we're going to go into the second part for those who want to make money with the system.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for hopping on. We look forward to seeing like all of y'all's success. Y'all know y'all can reach out to us. If you have not watched the videos on the royaltymovement.com, we can tell. We can tell, and we're going to redirect you. Okay. Then we're going to answer your question after you go through the royaltymovement.com, guys.
That's right.
Okay.
We need to go through. I see it's quite a few checks.
Yes.
All right, let's slide through these. Like we said, if you do not want to earn income, you don't have to stay on for this last part. We're going to talk about the business building aspect. Okay, yeah, check the chat for me because it's a little funny here. We're just checking the chat, make sure we don't need to cover anything before we transition. Then we're gonna get to show on the road.
Oh, somebody did make a good point. As a director, I'm here to let you all know that the only time a W-4 is discussed is in the new hire packet. That is absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yeah, in the new hire packet. When you first get your job, everybody should at least know what the form looks like. I remember when I was working the job, y'all, they put us in a room with HR and they gave us the form, and even an HR person couldn't tell us how to fill out the form. Oh, just put one for you. Oh, you got kids? Put them too. You didn't read that, ma'am. I remember I wasn't even in myEcon at the time. And I remember somebody telling me that. And I said, but that's not what it says right here. Right here it says da 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 da. And I mean, they just had no words to say. Like, I wasn't being a smart aleck or trying to call them out or anything like that. But I'm like, dude, I just read this form. That's not what that form say. It don't say put 5 because you got 5 kids. Why you over here telling people the wrong things? But then later, I mean, everything aligned perfectly. I got in my about the W-4. So it's so crazy how that works.
Repeat that last line. You was muted temporarily. You said everything worked out perfectly. You got it.
Oh, I said everything aligned perfectly. I'm up in here training people about the W-4, letting this HR lady know, man, you ain't reading that form. And years later, I'm teaching people about the W-4. So it's crazy how that works. All right, so we got the builders on. So for one, every single person that's still on the line should already be in the Royalty Builders group. That is our money-making group, okay? If you are not in that group, probably because you're new or something like that, drop that in the chat. Drop your name, let us know you're not in. We can get your sponsor on. If we brought you in personally, maybe we didn't know you wanted to make money. Let's definitely plug you into that group. LaKenya, I texted you earlier and didn't hear back. LaKenya, I'll add you to the group. I was texting you for that very reason. Okay? So y'all, Let's go ahead and bring LaShondra on. Okay. Shay, go ahead and unmute. We are down to the wire. The last 48 hours of the myEcon promotion to be able to get people started for $9.95. An amazing opportunity. Go ahead, drop your words of encouragement, some of the things that you're noticing within your team. The floor is yours.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, you guys. LaShondra McKenzie, income strategist. Y'all know anytime I record a video, anytime I go live, it's because I bring you some type of financial education or some type of value to your life. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right. So yes, y'all, we only have 48 hours left for the training. So y'all know I'm in for the promo. So you know I have to go hard, right? Y'all know I'm finna go in, right? All right. So look, y'all. For all new members, y'all need to make sure that y'all are plugged into the royaltymovement.com. Of course, like my sister said, we can tell when you are not plugging into their website. Like you guys are asking common questions. You know, you have to take the time out. If you tell yourself you want to make money, if you sign up because you want to fix your credit or get out of debt, guess what? It's all in the royalty movement. I always tell people that is like your training manual. Okay. If you want to start making money, go there. If you want to start fixing your credit, guess what? Go there. Stop asking these common questions. Everybody receives the welcome message when they get in. All right, whether I send it, whether Mr. and Mrs. Smith send it, whether anybody that recruited you send it, you receive it. The very first thing you do is take the time out and watch it. Okay, just take a few, it only takes a few minutes. Learn your back office. Know where things are at. All right. Yes, we come in to make money, but we still need to be making sure that we are producing our very own testimony. It's nothing like being able to say, I did X, Y, and Z. I did X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? With the credit, with the debt elimination, and with on the other side of making money. Yes, you can make money in this industry, and it's very easy. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then I'm going to walk y'all through some stuff. Uh-oh, sis, you got to give me an option. You have to, I'm disabled, share my screen.
Hold on, I got you. Let me,
Okay.
I'm gonna make you the host and then you should be able to share it. All right, I made you the host. You should be good.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. All right, you guys. All right, for all newcomers, let me remove these, y'all. Coming out slow. Just sending people. Y'all, please excuse my background too if you hear kids, because I do have 3 little kids. Let me remove this last one. And then I'm good to go. Okay, perfect. All right, let me go to my page. All right, perfect. So you guys, a lot of y'all, I have been, it's a lot of y'all in these groups. So so it does take time to talk to everybody in the group. But for the ones that I have talked to, I'm always in your inbox because I'm giving you some type of criticism when it comes down to promoting. All right. When you get in, of course, you're thirsty to make money. Majority of you guys are coming in because you want to make money, because you are ready to let go of that job. Yes, I feel you. All right. But when you come in, you need to make sure you understand all acronyms. You need to understand the procedures when we are promoting. Okay. I'm going to talk about a lot of things tonight, but very first thing I want to do is make sure that you have your page ready to start receiving, not only accepting strangers, but start to, presenting this to anybody and everybody. People should come to your page and know what you do before you even tell them what you do. Nobody have ever inboxed me like, hey, what do you do? Because they see it. All right. Because I allow them to see whatever I do present that. So as I started telling my team, the very first thing I started doing in your intro, if you are new to business, even if you have several businesses, I have several businesses. I put everything in my bio. myEcon provide credit repair. myEcon provide debt elimination. myEcon provide travel agent. You can consider yourself as a travel agent. If I recruited you, you can call yourself, well, guess what? The income strategist. All right. I am making income strategist. Okay. And if you're a mother, you want to put that info out there. Your bio speaks volume. All right. Don't miss out on money because you are asleep. Okay. I always tell y'all, prepare yourself. You can promote all day, but you have to know the strategies. You have to apply every single day. Please do not recruit, and then you forget what to send in the messenger, or you forget, I'll get into that. But let's go ahead and dive into this first. All right. So bio right here, if you see bit.ly/join LaShondra, my econ link. All right, it's in my profile. Hold on, y'all. It just pops up. Okay. My econ link is in my profile. Okay. If you can see, it say bit.ly/join LaShondra. All right. Very first thing, meet. Everybody needs to write down meet. Motivation, education. All right. Anything of your liking. And of course, testimonials. When I scroll your page, do not just be like $10 this, $10 that, $10 this. It looks scammy. Nobody is going to support you when it looks scammy, because first of all, if you're talking about $10, and if you're talking about a team, and if you're talking about building wealth, anybody knows anything about building wealth, you cannot do it alone. You have to have a team. So it's like, okay, if she's offering $10, we don't know, she's not talking about anything that myEcon is doing for her. And then especially if she's talking about $10 and she's talking about a team, where's her team? How do we know she's a part of something? All she's talking about is $10 this, $10 that. Okay, so we're gonna break this down. All right, as you see, on my page, of course, very first thing I do when I wake up, I motivate. All right, I throw a motivational post on there. Y'all, too many of y'all I see with the sad posts. I mean, trust me, if you're going through something, I get it. But some stuff you just have to leave off Facebook, especially when you're talking about building wealth. Wealth and sadness shouldn't even come in the same sentence. All right? Wealth and struggle shouldn't even come in the same sentence. All right? We are here to bless people. Nobody wants to be blessed by someone that's always down, that's always a Debbie Downer, always crying on their Facebook page. No, I'm going to scroll past, and I might even hit the unfriend if I was a person that you was prospecting to. Like, since you don't even have your life together, how can you help me? That's what's going to be going on in my head. So yes, motivate, look, make people want to gravitate to your page. Say something positive. Wake up. Thank God every day for success. Thank him every day for just waking you up, for you allowed to be, for you be able to see another day. Thank him for something, okay? Then we got E, education. You want to be able, y'all, if you are plugging in, if you are on the royaltymovement.com, guess what? You are learning something. And whether you're in the credit repair, whether you are listening to the W4, guess what? A lot of you guys didn't even know that over 80% of Americans are overpaying the taxes. Guess what? That is did you know? That is education. People love to learn. People love learning something they don't know. If we was able to show you even about the W4 and teach you about the W4, if you have that aha moment, imagine how many people want to have that aha moment. If you are learning something in the credit repair system, because I know a lot of us, we wasn't taught about finances. So you should be able to be like, hey, this is something I haven't learned. Let me write it down. Because not only are you blessing yourself, but still you are blessing others. You are blessing others in the signs of information. Please mute. Please mute, whoever that is. All right.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. All right. So of course, educate. Then of course, all right. Then we go to A, anything of your liking, okay? Anything of your liking. All right. As you see right here, educate. I did a credit tip. All right. I told you guys something that I learned with the credit system. Okay. How do I know it? Guess what? Because I'm watching my videos. I'm learning this stuff. Okay. Anything of my liking. Okay. As you see, you don't really see much of me. All right. You see me more so talking about my team, talking about my team did this, my team did that, okay? Anything of my liking was me sharing. One of my business partners been able to say, I'm a great coach, all right? That was anything of my liking. Anything of my liking was me posting my little girl, but guess what? I was still piquing the interest of others. because not only did I post a picture of me and my little girl, but I also posted on the caption, I was talking about how everyone, all right, almost 70 people, I believe I said, that was receiving checks within this Friday. All right, still positive, still peaking them. And guess what? Y'all, for some reason, I cannot find that picture because I wanted you guys to see. Let me see if I did it.
You talking about their testimony?
No,
Oh.
the picture I posted of me and Faith, and I piqued somebody interest.
Oh, never mind that.
Let me see. Hold on. I'll be able to find it because somebody. I want to just show something, because even if you posting something of your liking, you can still be able to bless somebody. All right. Let me go through here really quick. If I can't find it, that's okay. But I really want to show you guys, because even at that point, I
think I see it in your photos over to the left. Sis, look under photos.
Oh,
the one in the
sis.
middle.
That's why.
I was just going to point that one out too.
Thank you. All right, but if you see at the caption, woo, my baby, over 700 plus people will get paid this Friday with this online business. This is insane. The pie is going to get cut anyways. Get you a slice. All right. And in that, somebody asked me, what is it that you do, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. You are piquing interest. Yes. Guess what? I'm still bringing positivity because you see the positive comments. But look, may I ask how? Yes, ma'am. Send me a quick message. Now that's my process. Me posting anything on my liking, but me still being positive and me still bragging about others other than myself. If you are going to promote this business, if you say you want to make money, you have to learn how to not be selfish. All right. Learn how to celebrate somebody in their winning season. That's how you really win in this business. Okay. Then, of course, testimonials. As you see, I posted my girl. She was in this business within 15 days. And guess what? She was able to still, all right? She was able to still increase her credit score 103 points. All right? Look, even posted a picture of I have to update that picture because a lot of you guys hit gold and platinum. Guess what? It's still about my team. It's still about me talking about my team. Still putting my team on. Take it off of you, okay? Be able to support others. I'm a tax preparer. Guess what? I can still post about my business and still post about my econ and still get the results that I want. Okay? I'm not telling you to just completely change it up. You can easily make a quick story. Hey, y'all, look, I'm fixing up on my credit, and just post a quick snippet of the credit, a quick snippet of the dispute letter. That's how easy it is to pique somebody's interest. You don't have to know it all, but you can at least let somebody know that you are learning. At least let somebody know that you are one step away of increasing that credit score. Okay? One step away of mailing out those dispute letters. Okay? You're one step away of telling your testimony. We want to see testimonies. Okay? If we are not seeing testimonies, guess what? We're just going to scroll right past. If you're constantly just talking about you, me, nobody is going to pay attention to you. You're not going to get signups that way. If you're wondering why you're not getting signups, guess what? Because you're not following the acronym MEAT, okay? MEAT, motivation, education, anything of your liking, and of course, testimonials. And also talk about your team. This is a wealth is a team sport. Stop forgetting that part, And of course, look, I understand some of y'all, never had a business before. I get it. Trust me. When I first started, guess what? I never knew anything about business, finances, nothing. You couldn't pay me to know none of this stuff. But I sat there and learned it. And as I learned it, I'm happy because of the stuff I'm learning. I'm posting credit tips. I'm posting did you knows. I'm posting aha moments because that's what you got to do. And guess what? When other people rank up, I'm making sure that I'm shouting them out. All right? And if you notice anything on my page that you like, guess what, sis? We a team, so you can hit copy and paste. Somebody asked me, hey, where can I get testimonials if I want testimonials? Perfect. Thank you for asking, right? Thank you for asking, okay? Boom. We have it here once this loads. Because it's been taking a minute. Okay. Boom. We have it here. Right when you go under photos, and it might look different because I am on a laptop. Oh, y'all, look at all these people we brought in. But right under Albert, it say credit and cash flow testimony. Guess what? These are real people in the royalty movement, real testimonies. You don't have to lie, all right? You can just promote others, create and help others. Clap, watch them succeed. But guess what? You can still hit it. You can still adjust that W-4. That's one testimony. Okay, creating a $3,000 emergency. Guess what? That's another testimony. All right. When I started this business, I never even had $3,000 in my account. Okay, only around tax time. But I can't say that now because my econ makes sense. The business work for people that work it. It's not going to fall in your lap. The hustle is not going to fall in your lap. It is there. Okay, you have to know this. And again, even with this, okay, because a lot of you guys, y'all be going back and forth. Y'all be jumping on Zoom calls. Y'all be preaching and praising about $10. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do all of that, okay? You don't have to do all that. If you notice, all right, majority of the people they came off of a live I did talking about others, telling people what my econ was. And if you notice the caption, $10 making my team over 1K a week and showing them how to get over a 750 credit score. I'm showing the next 100 people how. All right. And it was just me talking about the team, praising my team, watching my team eat. Okay. Because that's what teams do for each other. When you on my team, I want to see you hit the top. When you ranking up, I'm going to clap. And that's what you have to have that mindset. All right. You have to come in knowing that you are a team. Post those links. If your post been sitting for 24 hours, post that. Get your financial blueprint here, and you drop your financial blueprint. People should be able to be following in your business while you sleep. You have to set it up like that. Make your page public. You see this little earth right here by 15 hours? That's when you know your page is public. When it's the earth, okay? If it does not have the glow, you are not public, meaning a lot of people will not be able to see your information. If somebody was to hit share right now, as you can see, I got 2 shares. That's another 5,000 eyes just watching my posts. Another 5,000 prospects is going to fall into my business. Because after people see something positive or people see something educational, guess what they're going to do? Hit the click button. I always tell my teammates, do not share. Don't share any of my content. You like it that much? Copy and paste it. Copy and paste it just like I did. I'm not going to feel no type of way. We're on the same team. We're on the same mission. All right, we here to help. Just don't do that crying, that whining when we talking about building a business and you ready to give up. You haven't even been a week in and you ready to just throw in a towel. Like that's just a quitter mindset. We are royalty. Okay? We are trying to build a solid foundation, you guys. This is the way to do it. We giving you the blueprint. The same reason you join is the same reason you should keep keeping your membership active and keep going hard. It's not all about the money. That's the reward. Okay? The money is not something that's falling out. That's a reward of you telling your testimony, you congratulating your other team, and you being consistent in your business. No, just because if you notice, like majority of my posts, I get probably like 5, 6 likes here. Look right here, 1 like, 1 share. That don't discourage me. I'm like, okay, somebody shared it. So guess what? That's another 1,000 eyes. Okay. But as you see, as I keep getting consistent, the likes goes up. It goes up to the point where boom, you at 125 comments. Okay. It's that easy, y'all. It's really that easy. All right. And so look, another thing. Y'all see me posting, right? Y'all see me going hard, right? Do not drop the ball when somebody asks for more information. Do not drop the ball, y'all, when somebody asks you for your website or when somebody asks you for more information. Do not drop that ball. Everybody, let me tell you this. In order for you to get a testimony, okay? Yes, you can go to the royaltymovement.com. Okay? Yes, you can go here. But if you go here, and as you see in these lessons, lesson 1, guess where it's going to take you? Lesson 2, guess where it's going to take you? To your website. To your website. Okay? It's going to take you there. Everybody should have seen a website. Y'all should know y'all websites. You should be in here studying. It's not all about recruit, especially if you know you're struggling. If you know you got bad credit, if you know you need to get out of debt, be in this website. This best office is your best friend. All right? How are you going to educate somebody? How are you supposed to grow in this business if you don't even know your link, if you're not even logging in? Log in into your websites, you guys. Know this stuff. All right? If y'all should know y'all myEcon heart, but y'all should know y'all myEcon website by heart. If you know it by heart, drop it in the chat. Just start typing in your myEcon website in the chat. Type it in there. Take the time out if you know it by heart, because you guys should know that by heart. Start typing in the chat. We want to see. Because I can tell you anytime, wherever I'm at. Yes, ma'am. Go to LaShondaMcKenzie.myEcon.net. No, ma'am. LaShondaMcKenzie.myEcon.net. Drop your websites in the chat. Everybody should know their websites. Y'all, if you are not plugging into the website, what are you doing? If the only reason you don't listen, okay, it don't even make no sense. If you are recruiting, how the heck are you gonna get paid if you don't even have your direct deposit set up? Guess what you have to do to get your direct deposit set up? Go into your back office. What is your back office? Somebody may ask. Your website. Everybody's supposed to be able to pull up their website. All right? You should know your website. It's 16 comments in the chat, y'all. It's 35 people on. Like, everybody should know that website. Study that website. Don't be promote. How the heck are you supposed to know what you are selling? How do you know this not a scam? If you're not logging into your stuff, you have to be able to log into that website. Log into it. Know your stuff. When we talk about myEcon, talk about it with confidence. All right? I should be able to ask you, hey, how did you get to the credit repair system? New people. I should be able to ask you, how do you get to the credit repair system? Show me how. Show me how to set up direct deposit. Guess what, y'all? The royaltymovement.com, I keep telling you guys, it is the training manual. Everything is here. You even have a big green button that says, watch the welcome video, get in position, then click here. All right? It says it in big, bold letters. You cannot miss it. And guess what? After those lessons, guess what? Stop scrolling. Boom. Once you finish 1 through 5, let's start marketing your business. You guys should not even know. Like, let me tell you guys something. Mr. and Mrs. Phil took the time out. All right? They created this for you. Your way of saying thanks is by utilizing the tools that we had into place. That's your thanks to them. It's by utilizing. Dude, everybody can tell you right now that this system, the people that actually plug into the royaltymovement.com can tell you it's so easy. A lot of y'all, and this is another thing, like it's just be the simple stuff, the simple questions that you ask. I know you are not plugged in. You want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why? 1 post per day. Once you click that document, guess what's going to pop up? A lot of scripts you can promote in your business. All right? New member scripts. Use this with people you know. Intensive TikTok marketing training. A lot of you guys are stuck making TikToks, Instagram, Facebook reels. Guess what? We're not going to down you, but we're going to point you right back to the royaltymovement.com because everything you need is in here. Okay? Follow-up scripts. Everything is here, y'all. Like, if you don't know this, you know, boom, everything is here. You should know what to say. You should know what to say when somebody asks you for more information. And I even ask you guys every time, send me your myEcon link. Let me make the edit for you. You need help editing? Remove my link and post yours. Know your links. How I know you're going to know your links is because anytime you know your links and you can point to me where this and this at is when I know you are planning your strategies. If you're not even taking the time out to do this, why do y'all waste our time to ask simple questions? Why? Why? Now I see if you actually went to the royaltymovement.com, you click on one of the lessons. Once you got to the lesson, now you have questions while you're in that lesson. I understand having questions about the credit repair, but don't ask me common questions like, where is it at? Y'all, the video, watch the video. The My Credit System walkthrough. Try not to overcomplicate the process. Follow the steps accordingly. Ask questions when needed. Listen, the only question that you cannot ask me is, where's the credit system at? Okay? Where is the W-2 training? Because everybody get this. If you do not have this website, you need to be coming in the chat. Give me that link. I will send it to you personally. Everybody should have this. Common questions you cannot, and y'all listen. I understand y'all are like, I know some of y'all, okay? Y'all are so used to like the pity parties and things like that, and just quitting easily when somebody say no, or quit easily when things don't go your way. You shouldn't have that mindset in business. Your mindset in business, let me stop my share real quick. Your mindset in business should be, okay, I am being a blessing to others. Be a blessing to others, okay? You don't have to convince people. Stop thinking you have to convince people with this business. Y'all know everybody need credit repair. Everybody need debt. Everybody need more money. Everybody is ready to walk away from their job, and this is how you do it, okay? A lot of people get turned down because the prospects even say, man, I see you. You don't even seem confident. You know, somebody actually told someone that you don't even seem confident, because if you don't even know what the credit system is, like if you don't even know, you know, if you're not applying this and you know you need it, it's a waste of time. Yes, you can bless as many people as possible, but the goal of myEcon is to start fixing on your economy. It's all about you. That's just a benefit of blessing others. You can still bless people while fixing on your economy. But still in the process, you want to be able to still say, you know, X, Y, Z. Girl, I'm learning so much. It's just, your talk is just different. When I didn't know anything about the W-4, I'm sorry. When I didn't know anything about the W-4, and I was just bold enough to just ask my HR lady for a W-4 sheet. And when I sat there and I end up coming, I think I came up with 8 or 10 or something. And the first thing that lady asked me was, wait, you got 10 kids? That's the only thing she asked, because she's so used to telling everybody put 0 or put 1. I'm like, no. Instead of me, you know, making that up joke, I said, no, girl, let me show you how to do this. So now you can start blessing others. And guess what? She eventually joined myEcon because nobody was taught that. You can't down nobody for doing that. And anytime somebody say no, it's not that they're saying like no to you. Stop attaching your feelings to it. Man, don't nobody want to sign up, because you ain't talk to everybody. You know how many people we meet a day? How many people we went to school with, work with, how many jobs we had that we don't work with so many people at the grocery store. You ain't talk to all of them people. Don't tell me that nobody wants this, because I am proof that everybody wants this. Others that's ranking up that just got started. A lot of y'all just hit EVP Gold on y'all way to EVP Platinum and finna run straight to CEO Infinity. Y'all know people want this. That's why y'all so hungry to bless others, because you know everybody need this. But it's just the talk is different when you can bag it up. My talk was different when I actually started applying this stuff. Like, dang, I didn't even know about some stuff I didn't even know about. I started getting mad because I never was taught this. So now I'm mad at everybody, and I'm mad enough to start sharing it with everybody. You know, that's your talk is different when you started actually applying this, when you actually starting to learn your business. Okay, it's different. The feeling is different. Adjusting that W-4, getting that extra money a month, especially when the ones that know they need it, that really need it. But I feel like everybody needs extra money. I know I do. If I could add some more money to my investments account, add some more money to my savings account, to my, you know, shopping spree, but that's a different story. But, you know, if I could add some more money to my life, I would definitely add it. Okay? I ain't finna belittle nobody. I ain't finna talk down on nobody, because I know we all need it. Okay? If you know you're not in the 800s club, still fix that credit. Still keep fixing on it. If you're not completely debt free, if you know you have credit card debt, medical bills, collections, all of that on your credit, clear it up. Ain't nothing like having the cash flow to match your credit score. Nothing like it. Nothing is like it. You walking everywhere just getting approved for stuff. You so confident, girl, you'll run that credit and go ahead and give me a glass of water in the process. Okay? It's just that easy. You don't have, it's a no-brainer, y'all. But again, you guys, I'm LaShondra McKenzie, income strategist. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm gonna pass it back to y'all.
Sis, make us the host again, please. And y'all, an awesome job. You probably don't know how to do it. Just click our name and hit make host. Okay. Listen, y'all, when she touched on not knowing your link, we've been dealing with that. We've been dealing with that, and it's, to me, that's mind blowing, because some of y'all started out in a credit group and you started getting a lot of value. You started seeing a testimony and you said, you know what? I got a best friend that needs this. I want to share this with them. I said, cool. Let me show you exactly what you can send out. Let me show you the message. What's your link? Quiet. Guys, in the comments, when she told you to drop your link, I got a news flash for y'all. If your link has an @ symbol, it's not your link. That's an email. This is what we're talking about. If you put an @ symbol, when you drop that comment, see if you can log in with that. You won't. Guys, how are you going to sign people up if you don't know your link? How are you going to get credit repair if you don't know your link? And there's some of y'all on here that's the same ones like, oh, I can get this many people in business, or I want to quit my job, or I want to do X, Y, Z. Not knowing your link not only means that you aren't in a position to make money, it means you also aren't applying any of the strategies that myEcon teach, because you don't have access. If you don't know your link, you can't log in. If you can't log in, you don't have access to the credit system, to the debt elimination, to the investment. You can't see if a commission check was cut in your name. Guys, okay? Money makers. More than anything, if I say I want to make money, I'm going to know how to log in. Trust and believe. I'm going to know how to find how much money I got paid. I'm going to know how to find how much money I can qualify for. I invest in my money. I'm going to know that information. Hands down. Hands down. Okay? Very important that you know your link. Okay? Another thing is this. Okay? We've been getting a lot of y'all saying, I'm discouraged. I'm not getting anybody to sign up, or I want to keep my page private, or, you know, we hear all types of things. And I'm saying this as calmly as possible, as respectfully as possible. Guys, if you're saying things like that, you don't really want to make money. You don't really want to make money. See, when I joined myEcon, I was hungry. Don't talk a big game and not be about their life. I message every single contact in my phone. Y'all out here scared like they're gonna beat you up for trying to help them with their credit. I inbox every single person on my Facebook. I can go back and find statuses that I was making, and I don't recommend this, where I was talking bad to people. People in my inbox telling me their struggles and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, we have a promotion going on. You can get started. And they got every excuse in the book. Y'all, I was very unprofessional in the beginning, but I was hungry. I was telling people, okay, you telling me everything that you're going through, and I'm trying to put you on a way to make some money. And now you got every excuse in the book, so you obviously comfortable there. I was saying that to people. Bold, I know. Hungry. looks like day in, day out. Outside of my job, I'm dedicating time to talking to people. I'm dedicating time to creating content. I'm dedicating time to make posts on Facebook. Then some of y'all will even get to the point where you try to blame somebody else on your shortcomings. I got thick skin. I can take it. At the end of the day, though, you deciding not to be consistent has absolutely nothing to do with my check. Because one thing I'm going to make sure is that I'm very consistent. Hungry means working day in, day out for something different. The person who tells me I want to come up off my job, and you got to understand, I was that person. Oh, I'm coming up off this job. I'm not working for nobody. But guess what? My actions matched. I have the mentality, if I could work 8 hours for somebody, I could work 8 hours for this business, period. My goal was to come up off my job. You're going to see that I want to come up off this job. And within 1 year, what did I do? I came up off that job because I was hungry for it. Marcus, when he joined this business, he was up all night long. The first week in business on the myEcon website, watching videos. He was getting a full understanding. I'm like, babe, what are you doing? It's time to go to bed. If I'm gonna sell this, I gotta know what I'm selling. That was his mentality. Oh, did you know this? We got money leaking out here. If you are discouraged, guys, it's most likely you don't even know what you got. Make sure, it's very simple, y'all. Make a post on Facebook. Make a TikTok, post it everywhere. Then do you just sit back and say, okay, come on, comment. Come on. I know I'm gonna get a comment. I know I'm gonna get a comment. I know I'm gonna get a comment. Nah. In the meantime, you can go to theroyaltymovement.com. You can learn a little bit more. You can log into your myEcon website. You can learn a little bit more. Or a hungry person will start sending out messages. Okay, I did my Facebook post. I did one on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I did my reels. I did the video. I text 25 people in my phone. That's what hungry looks like. I sometimes get a little bit confused when y'all say, oh, I'm discouraged. How many people you talk to? 5? Oh, it's okay. 5 people ain't gonna make you no money. I don't say that, but I'm saying that now. How many people you talk to? 10? Not enough. How many people you talk to? 100? Not enough. Guys, I have personally sponsored over 500 people in this business. Over 500 people. You know how many people I have to talk to get 500 people in this business? I'm keeping it all the way real. Guys, it was not easy. They didn't just fall in. I knew my website. I knew that. I knew how to tell them to join. I knew what video to send them to get a full picture. Every new team member I brought in, I knew what to do with them. Well, actually, I didn't, which is why a lot of them fell off. And I learned that over time. Guys, we're giving you the full blueprint. We're teaching you how to make money. We're giving you all the tools to position yourself as the leader, and you got all the tools to level up financially. Don't say you want something and you're not willing to put the work behind it. Don't be that person to easily get discouraged, or a few no's got you just wanting to quit. Couple people saying no got you quitting on your goals of getting a house, fixing your credit, investing, coming up off your job, all because a couple of people said no. We're crying about that, right? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We got to do better. 48 hours left in the promotion. I'm letting y'all know I'm going hard. I'm going hard. We've been pulling all-nighters. I crashed this morning. I was up to about 5 a.m. I think we were up. And I said, okay, now I got to take a nap. Like my body was just kind of shutting down. That is a person who's hungry. Hungry is, I'm not going to sleep. I told Marcus, I'm not going to sleep till I hit CEO Infinity. I said, I'm not going to sleep till I hit Infinity. And what I do the first week of the promo, I hit Infinity.
You even called it a power nap.
Nikki, mute out. Okay. Guys, that's what hungry is. That's what hungry is. When you say, LaShandra's bringing in so many people, she might be getting a different training because that's her sister. LaShandra is sending out thousands of messages. When you see Mr. and Mrs. Smith bringing people in, and it's so crazy to me because we're bringing people in and supporting hundreds of people on the team and still at the top of the leaderboard. There's no way we should be at the top of the leaderboard if y'all saw the back end work that we do. It's no way. And here we are making it completely easy. All you gotta do is bring people in. All you gotta do is send them a little copy and paste welcome message. If they wanna make money, show them how to make a post. We got all these tools in place. If you want it, you're gonna go after it. You're gonna be about that life, okay? You're really gonna do what it takes to get there. It's one thing to talk, it's another thing to walk. Ain't nobody gonna beat you up for trying to help them fix their credit. I honestly don't know what the fear is. Who gonna beat you up for trying to help them make more money? Trying to show them how to get a pay raise on their job. You really think if you text your neighbor about myEcon, they gonna come knock on the door and beat you up for trying to help them with their file? I'm being serious. What are we fearing here if we understand what we have? And that's where I think is missing. I don't think it's anything else. It's not understanding what you have. So within the next 48 hours of the promotion, maybe you should take an hour of that 48 hours and learn what we have. TheRoyaltyMovement.com. Watch the videos and understand what we have. That's what's going to put you in a better position to spread the word to other people. You're not going to get discouraged by a no, because you know what we have. You know that regardless of if they say yes or no, you're still going to go towards your goals. It's not even, myEcon is not just about recruiting people in business. It's a financial literacy company, the personal financial success company. The icing on the cake is you can bring people in this business and make some money. You can help people and make money. You can earn while you learn. That's the beauty of this. I'm done.
All right, so it's a couple of things I want to hit on because I want her to make sure she hammered that in so y'all can get a thorough understanding of the passion that these sisters have, but at the same time, the work ethic that goes along with it. Like she said, we pour all-nighters, a lot of back-end work going on, and we're not complaining, griping. I love it when somebody reaches out and they're saying, look, you know, I need help with this. Can you come up with a message for me? Absolutely. A lot of the messages that everybody's sending out, you know, has come from our minds and understanding how people operate after years of talking to people on a regular basis. When people say they want to create a website, they want a website, then a lot of times I'm like, okay, let me get their website together because I want you to have your business running in a well-oiled fashion to the point where if somebody requests information for you, you got somewhere to send them. But you got to know your website. You got to know the link. And that is very important because not knowing your website is almost equivalent to you having an address or a home and not knowing the address. Having a home or a place to call home and not knowing even how to get there. It's equivalent to that because you got a hub that can help you hit all of your financial goals, help you make some additional income, help you hit your credit goals, save you hundreds of thousands over the years, probably even make you a millionaire if you stick with it, stay committed to the process, but you don't even know your website. So it's going to be mandatory that you understand that. And as you start to invite and share this information with others and they come into the business, it's going to be important for you to make sure that they know their website. Because then they will try to pin it on you and make it seem as though you did them a disservice when they just didn't remember their login information. You know, and that's something that we can't accept. Now, that being said, as it relates to really understanding what you have, because that's what I was going to speak to. When you know what you have, you realize that it's easier to share the information and you're not emotionally attached to their answer. Because whether they join you or not, like we stated, the strategies can help you get rich. The strategies can help you build wealth. Whether they join or not, your credit could be getting better every 30, 60, 90 days. You know, we got testimonies, a recent testimony of a queen who joined during this promotion, some of you probably joined before this queen, but she executed. And because of it, 15 days later, she up 103 points using our system. Now, we don't sell the fact that a person can boost their score in less than 30 days. We always tell them every 30, 60, 90 days. But that's our way of under promising and over delivering. What do I mean? If we tell you, most people see results in 30, 60, 90 days, but they come in and they see results in 15. They come in and they see results in 30, 45. Now we over deliver because they're like, man, they told me it was gonna be about 90 days, but I'm seeing results now. And now they know what they have. So now they're more comfortable with sharing it with other people. And if the person doesn't join, they're committed to the process because they themselves are directly attached to what's already benefiting them with or without the person they exposed it to. But when you get hungry and you attach that to knowing what you have, now you're ready to spread it to the masses. Now you want to participate in the history that's being created because myEcon is creating history. You're a part of it, but you can be a bigger part of it if you play a role, if you share with more people, if you run this up and create some type of solid residual income. Because you got to understand the power in even if you were to able to create $1,000 passively. See, in order to have $1,000 coming in per month, you would have to have $100,000 invested in some type of account, paying you some type of dividend. But most people don't just have $100,000 laying around. We talked about a testimony earlier. King Lummy, he was able to take the W4 strategies, invest and grow his assets in his investment to over $100,000, but that took time. But if you build your myEcon business, you can have a $100,000 asset in myEcon that's paying you residually $1,000, and you can do that faster than an individual who had to save their money long term and invest it and turn it into a $100,000 asset. I want y'all to catch that. And that's just an example because you can build it to bigger than that. Or if you just want to make a few dollars here and there, whatever the case may be. Now, you got to understand the importance of that so you can understand that if you know what you have and you have a level of hunger attached to it, it's nothing you cannot do. You can hit infinity in a short amount of time. You can hit CEO in a short amount of time because it's not a lot of people that it takes in order to hit these ranks if you work through the numbers. And we always tell you, if you want a certain amount of people in your organization, it's a certain amount of people that have to be contacted. And a lot of times if you're thinking, okay, how do I do this? We're giving you more than enough information in order to make it happen. It's just up to you to execute. We're going to help you every step of the way. So that way, if you're having conversations and you're like, this person said this, how do I go about it? We don't mind giving you some angles to look at it, and we'll be able to scope and know if a person is just wasting your time. Because we've had people that wasted our time, but in our actuality, we can save you some of the headache. And if you really get thick skin and you operate like the Queens and LaShondra, now you're not even wasting time with people who are not even, really trying to pay attention to what it is you're sharing. They didn't watch the video because you can tell some of the questions they asked, I can tell they didn't even watch the video. I was talking to a queen earlier. I was like, hey, did you watch the video? She asked me a question. This was this morning. After we stayed up to 5, got up this morning, I had messages on deck. Did you watch the video? Because she asked me a question that let me know she didn't watch the video. She took a while to respond. She was like, okay. No, it wasn't even next. She signed up. So but I called her out and asked her, did you watch the video? She took a while to respond, came back. All right, now I got my answer. All right, so let me know when you in. That's what I said. Let me know when you in. I didn't say, will you join? I assumed the close. Let me know when you in. All right, I'm in. She was in because I know if you see the value, you know it's $10 and you saw those testimonies. She was asking about the monthly fee, but when she saw the value attached to it, I just said, let me know when you in because the value supersedes the $39 a month. She was like, I'm in. Okay, cool. Now we keep it moving. But you had that posture because the conviction comes from you knowing what you have, but you got to be willing to execute. It's something that I learned recently called taking the letter to Garcia. And basically what that concept means is that if you know a little bit of information, a lot of times that's enough to go ahead and execute. So if we tell you, take the letter to Garcia, in other words, get the job done. In other words, implement the strategies. In other words, share this information with a ton of people. You shouldn't be having to ask a lot of questions if we provided all of the information that you need in order to succeed. From that point, it's up to you to execute. That means you do whatever you have to do to get that letter to Garcia. You do whatever you have to do to get your credit to where you need it to be because we provided the system. You do whatever you have to do in order to build wealth, get out of debt, start investing. You do whatever you have to do to get it done. Because if we let you lean on your excuses, then that excuse will hinder you from hitting your goals. And now you look up a year from now, you're in the same exact place. However, if we push you and let you know that now you can do this and we help you execute and we give you all the tools you need to execute, you would thank yourself for staying committed and not leaning on your excuses. We're getting a very low tolerance of people who are just saying, I don't understand it, I don't get it. Anybody who quits myEcon, cancel myEcon, goes inactive in myEcon, does not understand myEcon. That means you just didn't get it. You didn't understand it, because I promise you, the minute your account cancels or goes inactive, you costing yourself more money by not having the myEcon membership. It's a probably guarantee that you're leaving $6,000 in tax deductions on the table by not being in myEcon. It's a good chance you're going to overpay in interest for the rest of your life by not being in myEcon. It's a good chance that your credit may not be where it needs to be if you're not executing and operating in what myEcon teaches in the concepts and the principles, and staying plugged into what it is that we teach. But when you stay plugged in, light bulb moment after light bulb moment after light bulb moment, myEcon gets inside you, and you never leave myEcon because you understand the power and what it is. So we just need you to execute at that level. Know that we got your back. So if we're talking to you, and I know we come and we sound like, we mad or we upset, or no, we really want to talk to you and let you know, look, we want to see you win. You're in the royalty movement. That means that if you have the banner on your page, you're a representation of this culture. You're a representation of this movement. So anybody that's out there representing this movement, you family. But secondly, we want you to represent this movement in a way that people want to be a part of what you're a part of. See, if you're out there whining and complaining and acting as though, woe is me, even though we know you go through things, then you deter or distract or reflect people from even want to be around you. People like to be around people who are either educating, empowering them, motivating, inspiring them, making them feel better, whatever the case may be. So if you're representing and you're taking your seat on the throne, hence being a part of the royalty movement, then you got to represent accordingly. So we want to push you in that direction so you're making progress. And now the people that you're around, they witness, wow, this person didn't have a clue about credit, but you know what? I went from thinking, this person don't know anything. I'm not going to listen to them. Now I don't want to join into asking questions. And now you got them. Now they see you're making progress. Now they see you're executing on the level to the point where you're able to have some testimonies of your own. Started out sharing other people's testimony, which is perfect. Do that. We do it to this day. But now they're able to see your testimony. Now you're a walking billboard because of the testimonies that you've been able to create. So understand what you got. We got your back wholeheartedly. We just want you to push yourself, because a lot of times you overthink things or you under execute. People overthink and under execute. And when you do that, then you don't achieve your goals. And when you don't achieve your goals, it causes a level of depression and, regret, all because you knew what to do. You just got to do what it is that you know.
Yeah, and this is one thing, guys, and this is my mentality. When I developed this mentality, it changed the game. This is as it pertains to prospects, as it pertains to people on your team. People make time and free up money for what they want. Period. If you say you want to build a business and you say, I work late. Okay, we'll post in the morning. I work, I get up at 3 a.m. Okay, post. Well, I don't understand the disconnect there. I don't know if y'all heard me. When I work the job, 8 hours on the job, 8 hours on my business. People make time and free up money for what they want. I take care of my grandkids. Okay, when they go to sleep, promote your business. Yo, we got twins. I homeschool. Guess what? I make time for my business every day, outside of them, all day. I'm promoting my business because I'm hungry, because I want it. So I'm gonna be very nice about it. Hey, Queen, you telling me that you're getting discouraged, but I'm looking at your page. You only post one time a day. Hey, I suggested that you do a couple of stories, but I don't see that you've done any. As soon as I hear, I work late. Okay. I understand. Well, when you get time, that's how I'm gonna. Okay, well, when you get time, for some people, if you're a little bit more tenured, I might even say, Queen, I'm being honest with you. This could be why you're not where you want to be in this business. This could be why. People make time for what they want. If it's important enough for them, they'll make time. If your business is important enough for you, you'll make time to promote it. I'll stand by that. If it's truly a priority to make an additional stream of income, you're going to make time every day. Every day. I got started in this business in my 20s. Both of us. LaShandra's still in her 20s. Hungry. It's just the difference. If you want it, you're going to get it. You're going to make time. You're going to put the energy towards it. You're going to dedicate the time to learning. If you really want to turn the TV off, quit kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Quit going out. I cut off everything from my business because I knew I wanted off my job. I cut everything off. I cut everybody off. If I gotta miss a couple of holidays, I'm good. I want to be rich. I want to get off my job. You'll be all right. You'll see me next year, maybe. I might be still working on getting rich. I don't know. That's how hard I go. Your mentality don't have to be like mine, but it could help. I'm just saying. So let's maybe open it up for any questions. Y'all, obviously, some of y'all have questions because we're getting them. And we don't want you to not reach out. That's not what we're saying at all. But we're just saying the royaltymovement.com is loaded. Your website is loaded. It's all there. It's a do-it-yourself system. It's self-sufficiency. You have to be self-motivated, right? We shouldn't have to keep saying, well, come on, I got you. Come on, I got you. Come on, let's make a post. Come on, let me help you quick. It's okay if they said no. It's okay. It's okay if they said no. Come on, let's keep going. Oh, but I don't want to. Come on. Let's keep going. Let's people need this. Are you truly passionate about helping others? Right? We're not saying don't reach out, guys. We're just saying some of y'all's visions are not aligning with the work, with the action that you're putting in. So it's like, is that really your goal or your vision, or were you just like trying to paint a pretty picture? You ain't gotta press us. So if you have any questions, unmute your line. Let us know. Any comments? What's your game plan over the next 48 hours? We're going hard. I'm sending out so many messages. My fingers
Game plan to eat.
Period.
She said our plan is to eat.
What you gonna do to eat though, Nikki? We need to know.
Send messages, post, go hard, get the knowledge, whatever I gotta do, whatever that letter is that he was just talking about. I don't even remember, but we going freaking hard.
Period.
And she been putting in that work. She ain't been in as long as some of
really
y'all, but she have been putting up content, just using her own creativity, dropping knowledge in there. With the little bit of information she had, she was creating. Found out a little bit more information, start making that happen, creating content, drawing people in. Ended up bringing someone in right there next to hitting goal. Because
I know what I'm doing. I'm doing that homework assignment. Even while I was on the phone with you guys, I was actually trying to get 2 people to come in. I was trying to get 2 signups while you guys were speaking.
That part.
Who is it? It just say Zoom.
This Lanika.
Lanika. Oh,
that's
Lanika,
my girl.
I've been seeing your TikToks.
Oh,
Lanika
I'm on it.
We were up last night in the group. While a lot of y'all was asleep. I understand that some of y'all work jobs and stuff. I'm not telling y'all that, for me, I went hard. I went to work off 2 hours of sleep. But again, my mentality, my grind may not be the same as everybody's. Lanika, I can tell y'all, Lanika was still up when I said, I'm tapping out. I'm going to sleep. Lanika was still up. I got up this morning saying, I was like, Lanika was in the group all night long, posting TikToks.
Once I saw you with that energy, it was on.
Y'all, we had a full party in the group last night. Y'all seen the notifications of y'all
Phone in my hand, sitting up.
Period. And sometimes that's what it's gonna take, y'all. So what's your game plan? Unmute. We got 48 hours. We got an hour left in the commission cycle that cuts off today.
That's right.
It cuts off every day at midnight Eastern time, which is 11 o'clock our time. Every day. That's when the commission cycle cuts off.
For that day.
For that day. What's your game plan for 48 hours? That's the most embarrassing thing.
My game plan is to get close. My game plan is to hit CEO Infinity. That's my game plan. And I'm not doing it by myself. Me and my team. My team gonna work hard because we all finna go to infinity. Ain't that right, team? Yep.
Right.
Period.
Period.
Yes. And
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
all right.
See?
And
That's
now I see a lot of our personal team on. Some of y'all been here for years. Y'all should have been the first ones I knew. I mean, I'm keeping it real. Y'all should have been the first ones I knew. I couldn't wait to stand up. Every opportunity I got to stand up on a conference call, I stood up. What's your game plan for the next 48 hours?
Well, I guess that goes to me. I need to I'm probably all over the place. I say with my posts, I really would like to get the mass. Like I said, when I hear y'all say thousands of people, that really every time you say that, I'm not just listening to that like, oh, okay, that's nothing. Dude, that's work. That's work. Um, every time I think about it, or every time I hear y'all say that, it's like, okay, so I really wasn't active on really any social medias. I'm really just now kind of just start getting on that. So I probably do need to. I see right now where I've kind of took some criticism, constructive criticism, as far as how I'm posting. Well, everybody knows me, though. I'm not like you can look at my page and see I'm not spammy. You know, it's either I'm putting some uplifting. I don't put any. I don't post trash. You know, so probably what I need to do, I need to kind of, as far as like with the meats, the motivational, I probably need to apply that. One thing I don't do, and I said I'm going to do, I don't go live. I feel like they would make a big deal, and I'm starting to add more friends. When I first started, I had like 400 friends. I got up like 800, and I'm kind of watching that too because there's a lot of spammy crap going on and a lot of people hacking your pages and stealing your pictures and all kind of crazy stuff. So um, the game plan, I want to get beyond platinum, but that's in front of me, and I've had. I'm really just sitting over here taking notes. You know, I got the thing, and I'm just taking notes and I'm soaking it in. I got more time with my situation. I had more time to kind of get some things together, so I'm not gonna put my foot in my mouth, but I believe I got what I needed to hear from you. Oh, get over here. Let me ask you guys this. Okay, so when y'all doing these messages, of course, because y'all got, I'm not able to go live on TikTok yet because I don't have 1,000. What is that? 1,000 followers.
Mhm.
And then my Instagram, and I see you guys on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram. Ain't no telling what else you guys on. So I'm mainly just on Facebook and Instagram. When you guys are inboxing those 1,000, are you just these are people that that have like show interest in the business, like, hey, send me something, or are you basically just like saying, you know what, I'm just gonna hit you with an inbox and just doing it like that? When y'all send the messages, those inbox, how y'all going about doing that?
It depends on how hungry you are. It depends. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I was
Okay.
telling LaShondra this earlier because she had a member. I don't know if that member is still on.
I
But
was looking for.
she had a member that went through today inboxing everybody on her friends list. That's hungry. That's
Right.
hungry. I
Okay.
did that. I did that when I first started. I went
Okay.
down everybody.
I'm sorry.
You didn't got to request me for information. We friends. If you don't know me, you can unfriend me. I don't know you personally anyway. You a big guy, Gerard. Ain't nobody gonna beat you up for sharing no information. I'm being so for real, y'all.
Because see, what the one message that I am sending, I'm sending the one with the bit.ly. Hey, here's the information about. I feel like that's sufficient enough. The one, this like the little can made with the, y'all know the one y'all made with the bit.ly. Here's the information. I'm pretty much sending that bad boy right there, unless I'm just kind of sticking to the script, or either, you know. And I, like I said, I got a couple people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna sign up." I had to make sure it was legit. Like this young lady today, she was like, "Hey," well, I had like 3 people, and they tell me they're gonna sign up. I'm not sitting there. Oh, okay, I'm waiting on you. No, that ain't good enough. Like I got to sign up the other day. This gentleman saw my content. He's in a credit group, and I was at, I kind of like you said, you get your time to shine because see, by me looking at those videos with the credit, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know all that. I see a lot of questions and stuff, but I in the chats, and I'll let y'all I really don't, respond to it. But I'm like, well, a lot of times too, you gotta go in there and look at those. If you actually look at those videos, and you actually, I mean, they tell you step by step. I mean, ain't gonna lie, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. But I'm trying to build a business. I feel like one of my things I need to do is do lives, and I need to. I know about the business. I can tell you every entity about the business. I just need to build. I need to shut up and build, and that's what I need to do.
I love it. I love it. The King said, just shut up and build. Listen, I want to speak to a couple of different things. And King, you definitely you are the prototype for myEcon. You taking the strategies, the principles, the W-4, the income shifting, and knocked out your debt, getting yourself in position to have, a long or full emergency fund and the investing aspect. So people hearing that and seeing that on a regular basis, you telling your story, whether you do it through a live or through some of your reels or some of your content, is going to attract people, and it's going to be organic, and they're going to be able to feel it and understand it. And you'll attract people in the business that way as well. But during this 48-hour push, it's definitely going to boil down to your level of hunger. So when we heard about the queen, her name is Monica, I don't think she's still on right now, but we heard about the queen Monica, who was just inboxing people. You're not inboxing a lot of people if you don't believe in the value of what you got, if you don't believe in the power of what you got, if you don't believe that the message you're about to send them right now can possibly help them and possibly even transform their situation, you wouldn't be sending those inboxes. So I did have to take a step back because I know how to think for people and create a message that, rolls off in a way that if a person thoroughly reads it, it won't come off as spammy. So I've created a message that allows people to just hit a lot of people up and just kind of say, hey, I didn't want to not share this with you. I would have felt horrible if I didn't. However, for her, I was like, okay, she hit up a lot of people in her inbox. And the DM strategy is going to be a way for you to possibly get people in during this 48 hours. And it's a two-part script. So I'm going to put it in there. Now, content creation is still going to be key. And
put us on.
Roll out this promo. What was that, Jamesia?
I said, put us on.
We got you. So it's a two-part script that I created for her that seems less spammy because the first thing you lead with is a question, and you're just trying to see where they are. You're not assuming that they need the information. You're not assuming that they not, but you're at least doing your part to open up their door. And if they open it, their inbox and they read that information and they answer that question, then they give you the green light to actually post the script and the link and everything else, and then they make a decision because we only got 48 hours, no time to play around with it. But you can send that message, that two-part message, to any and everybody because you're asking a question. And I even include some verbalization in there, basically saying, look, I didn't want to come off as spammy. You know how that can be. The lingo is intact. So she took that. She was like, okay, I love it. And now she's running with it, planting those seeds. And for those who give her the green light to post that information or share the information, now she can share that with them. And that's going to be something that we can do over these next 48 hours. In addition to, if you got content that you create, you'll attract some people. That's in addition to making posts. So it's not saying this is a one-size-fits-all method, that this is going to be the only thing you do that's going to bring people in. You got to understand we're doing multiple things. We're streaming live videos, old content, we're streaming it live. We're creating content on YouTube. We're creating posts. We texting. We DMing. Nothing is off the table. So we're diversifying our efforts and see where they come in from. And anything that we see can result in results, we do that. I also have another message that is good for a person who's on the fence. They're just kind of lingering there, like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out, or I might join. It's just a simple copy and paste message letting them know, look, the clock is ticking. It's about to expire. Just wanted to know if this is something that you're serious about, or the goals that you had, whatever the case may be. And we recruited about 5 people off of that, probably, in the last 48 hours, just off of that message. So it's just getting them to make a decision. We're not attached to a yes or a no. Sometimes if you go seeking the no's, the yeses will come. Sometimes if you go looking for no, they got a saying called go for no in this industry, to where you're going for as many no's as possible. You're trying to see, can I get to 20 no's? And if you set yourself up to say, I'm going for 20 no's, 20 people got to tell me no before I turn off for the day. You're going to realize, man, I got some yeses in between. I haven't even made it to my 20 no's, but a couple people signed up. So if you take that mentality, you're not attached to the yes or the no. It's tell me yes, tell me no, just tell me quick, I gotta go. In other words, collect the decision. You need them to tell you yes or no. You got the sauce. You know that they'll probably be paying attention to you a year from now, 6 months from now, and now you got something that you're still committed to. And that's gonna be another part of myEcon. You see, you got to stay committed long enough because people are going to be seeking this information a year from now. But if you're not in, and they're like, hey, you were sharing something with me last year, are you still, I'm not, NASA egg in your face because you're not even in it and they're ready to join. But if you're still in it, they're going to like the fact that you were committed to it. But you want to collect the decision throughout the process and you're not attached to it. So don't be afraid to go for no. Don't be afraid to go for multiple no's and see if you can get yourself to 20 no's. Now you're seeking no's. But in the midst of that, you get some yeses and you're like, man, I didn't even make it to all of my no's for the day, but I got 3, I got 4, I got 10 signups off of just going for no, using this process. But definitely, Jamesia and everybody in here, I'm gonna give y'all the 2-part message, the other follow-up message that we use to recruit about 5 people in the last, maybe 24 to 48 hours. Yeah, yesterday, so it's all of the days are running together, but I'm gonna give y'all those messages, and then you gotta take the letter to Garcia. You gotta get it done. You gotta execute. If you got questions, cool. But we're gonna give you what you need. You gotta execute on it. We can't DM for you. We can't send box. We can't do all of that stuff for you. It's on you. What you got, Kane?
I'm about to say, I'm trying to see. Okay, there was a text me. I'm gonna tell you what I am gonna do. Yeah, I will say this because I know I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go down that list. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna at least do that because I really do want to do it. I really want that. I really want that income. I really do. But like I said, it was something that was said the other day in the Saturday meeting. It was that if you want to be CEO Infinity, you got to do CEO Infinity things. You can't say you want to see CEO Infinity. Like when I heard y'all talk about, hey, look, I missed 1,000 people. I did this, I did that. We set this up. Y'all doing CEO Infinity. Y'all doing those things. It's what you do. So I can't sit there and, oh man, I want to get this, I want to get. I'm not even doing platinum stuff, dude. You doing like you doing what you're doing, and
Yeah.
so it's just the reality of it, like I said, separating the feelings from the facts, and I need to get with the facts, and I need to do. If I want to do that, then that's what I need to find myself doing. I need to see myself doing those things, and I know what need to be done. I know for sure, like I said, with that message, I'm looking at a couple of messages in my clipboard now. Some I've saved, some I just want to kind of be just boom, boom. I don't need a whole plethora of them. I just need this one or two, about 4 or 5 of them. I kind of like right there, so I kind of, because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go down this friends list, whether you like it or not. I can either, like Angela said, either bye bye, see you later. Nice to know you. On to the next. So but like I said, some people probably went to sleep crying about their credit. They went to bed crying about their debt. Just like I was. My debt was over my head. I know I want to just reach the right people. And like I said, you got to go through all kind of people. It was said in the meeting a while back, it was a superstar in the meeting, then it broke me down. It was like, what did he say? What did he say? Oh my gosh, I'm getting like a brain fart right now. You're gonna run across 3 types of people. How did it go? Oh man, I took notes and everything. I'm having a little brain fart right now, y'all. It said you're gonna talk to 3 types of people. 3 times you're gonna talk to people about your business. Some now, some later, and some never. So when some people tell you, oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know, but hey man, I talk to you, I'll probably check you later. But some I'm gonna talk to you never again about my business opportunity. Some I'm gonna talk to you right now, and some I'm gonna talk to y'all later. And that's the mindset that I got. Some now, some later, some never. So
Awesome.
that's what it was.
Awesome. Listen, y'all, and just to piggyback off of that, somebody commented on one of our posts the other day and was like, I'm sorry, y'all, it just sounds too good to be true. I said, make sure you also comment when we share the testimonies. Keep that same energy. Hey, too good to be true. I honestly, personally hate that line. I deserve what's good. It's true. I deserve what's good. What do you mean too good to be true? So you don't deserve good? That makes absolutely no sense to me. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, that's dumb. Okay, so my sister, she was even nervous earlier. She said, Angie, I got this member. She just going down her Facebook timeline, inbox everybody. What do? I told her don't do that. I said, no. With my accent, what I say, Shane? We like hungry. That lets me know she's hungry. Send her to me.
Yeah, you was like, she hungry. She hungry.
That's hungry. That lets me know she's hungry. Right? Send her to me. Let us help her. But the fact that she was even willing to do that, I'm like, that was me. First weekend, that was me. Let me talk to her. She ready to make some money. She know her link. Right? She ready to make some money. So guys, what's your game plan? Another thing I want to point out real quick. When we tell you to post on your Facebook page and do the meet, guys, posts alone are not going to get you a large business. Posts alone are not going to do it. If you're applying the other things that we teach, you're creating content, You're adding new friends. I want you to think about this. Gerard Lloyd has under 1,000 friends on his Facebook. But if he's posting, let's say tomorrow, motivation, education, anything of his choice to see that he's a real person, a selfie or something. I know men don't take selfies. Or is he a testimony? He makes those 4 posts. When he's adding new friends, if somebody send me a friend request, the first thing I do is scroll their page. Who's this person? Sending me a friend request. Oh, wait, he motivating people. Oh, shit, he educating on credit. Oh, that's him right there. Wait, he paid off $20,000 worth of debt. Let me accept this friend request.
You know what? That's what I had. I'm in the cut out. This exactly this young lady that she was like, I had to make sure you weren't spamming. I'm going on your website page today. I'm looking at you. You're real. I'm like, yeah, I'm a real person. And she just been off the page. So we just gonna. You're right. That's true.
If you get to inboxing everybody on y'all timeline, I'm telling y'all, I got high hopes for Monica, who went through spamming everybody this morning before we gave her the game. I got high hopes for her. Because if you look down her page, she's been coachable this whole time. If you look down her page, you see testimonies. She's a brand new member. You see testimonies. She ain't been in the bitch. She don't know these folks. She educates. She just copy and paste all of our posts. She motivates every morning. Every morning. So when she gets to spamming people, first thing they're going to say is, okay, I'm friends with her, but I don't know what she's about. Let me look at her page.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at her page. And they're going to see those posts. The post alone isn't enough. It's for when traffic comes to your page, they see you trying to build a business. You're not sharing cooking recipes, twerk videos. You ain't doing that.
Right.
You got a mixture of things that show that you got your business. Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to talk about this 2-part script because I see a couple of y'all looking in the messenger. And I'm going to try to verbalize it. Let me know if it does not make sense because I want it to be clear as day while we got everybody on here. So this is a 2-part script that can be sent out to all of your friends. And like Gerard just said, some people you're going to talk to once. Sometimes you might talk to them, whatever he said. Some you'll talk to. Some you'll talk to more than one. Some you'll never talk to. This gives you the ability to at least open their door and give them the option to say yay or nay. And I put a lot of thought into it. I know a little bit about psychology, how people think, etc. So I try to leverage that in my, writing skills to try to make it seamless for everybody. Now, if this ain't your talking style and they don't know it's not to, edit it, make it your slang, add your emojis, whatever. But don't lose the psychology that's embedded in the message because it's there for a reason. So message number 1 in the 2-part script that you can send out. And this is in addition to stories, content creation. Nothing is off the table. Don't think that this is the end all be all. You say, Mr. Smith told me to do this, and that's all it was. No, this is a tool that you can use in order to get the ball rolling, open up some conversations that you probably never would have had. Meanwhile, if you're creating content, making certain posts, sharing testimonies is going to be key. You should have several testimonies on your page over the next 48 hours in your stories. Because when you're sending these DMs, they're going to probably click on your page. Let me see what they're talking about. Now they go see testimony after testimony after testimony, some welcomes, etc. They're like, you know what, he got a good thing going. But if it's nothing on your page, it's ghost town. They go over there after you send these messages to them. They're like, it's nothing going on over there. So make sure you're doing a combination. It's not limited to just this. I want to make that very clear so that you can understand it's a combination of things. People are thinking, wondering, second guessing, thinking it's too good to be true. But if you're showing results and other people having success, in addition to the message, they might look at the message, go to your page, and then, you know what, let me go ahead and answer because it seems like they got some things going on over there. Anyway, the 2-part message, it says this. Hey, King or Queen, make sure you don't forget to edit it. You don't want to keep King or Queen. If it's a Queen you're talking to, say Queen. If King, say King. I hope that's clear as day. He said, I wanted to reach out to you, but I didn't want it to come out as spammy. You know how they can be. So I'm automatically eliminating them calling it spam, even though we inboxing them, so you can call it what you want to call it. But we're letting them know psychology-wise, I didn't want it to come off as spammy. However, I have some game-changing info that's helping a lot of people hit their goals and break generational curses. Key word, a lot of people are breaking generational curses. So what that means is you're speaking to something that if that resonates with them, they'll connect to it. And then I say no hype, no fluff, because they're automatically thinking it's too good to be true. They're thinking, I can't have this. But if I say no hype, no fluff, they're like, all right, let me keep reading. My question to you is, do you have any of the following goals that you would like to accomplish this year? And then I put some letters because people love multiple choice. If you box them in to make a decision, they'll naturally make a decision. But if you just leave it open-ended, then they might leave you on red. And sometimes they might leave you on red with this. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes if you give them some options, it's like, okay. But I want you to hear the psychology in this. A, if these are some of your goals for the end of the year, basically my question to you is, do you have any of the following goals that you would like to accomplish this year? A, better credit. B, pay off debt faster. C, start investing more. D, add a stream of income. Meanwhile, all of these things, even if they pick A, B, C, or D, all of them is something that myEcon can help them with. Then I say E, and this is where psychology kicks in. E, none of the above, I'm already financially free. 90%, 99% of people are not financially free. So either they're going to ignore it and they just won't answer, but it's a good chance they're not going to say E. Because if you're saying none of the above, you ain't interested in it, you claim that you're financially free. So I kept that in there so I can make sure that they think about it like, well, I'm not financially free. Sometimes people don't want to say what they're going through, but this may give them an option. You know what? I do want better credit, A, or A through B, all of the above, or whatever the case may be, but you want them to make a selection. And that is the green light. When they make a decision, that's the green light for them to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and tell them I voted on A. That's your green light to give them the next message. But at the end, after A through E, I said, if either of these fit your personal goals, let me know and I will share the details. If not, no big deal, all love. So you ain't burning no bridge, it's no bad blood. If these fit your personal goals, let me know and I'll share the details. But I ain't gonna give you the details until you give me the green light. You know what I mean? So now you're keeping that information away. You never share what it is that you had. So if they want to see, hey, let me see what he got, you got to tell me that you're interested in some of this to a degree. And then I'll share the details. But if not, no big deal, all love. So now it's no pressure. We ain't forcing you to do anything. There's no pressure. So the second message says, let's make 2022 your best year, financial year yet, similar to the copy and paste we've been using. That said, I have a financial success membership, and it's currently on sale for just $9.95. The membership includes everything you need to fix your own credit, legally get a pay raise at your job. If you have one, get out of debt, learn investing, and more all in one place. So all of the things that's in ABCD. If you need more info, go to, and I put bit.ly/2022 wealth because that's a standard site that doesn't have any of our links, no buttons that you can send to them. If you already have a landing page that I've created, then you just put that on. You don't have to put your myEcon site, just your landing page. Why? Because the landing page has the video that's on that site, and it's talking about the $10 promo, and it has a button that directly goes to your page. Already there. I got your website. I put it in there, made sure it went to your page. So now when they're there, they can get started with or without you. They may come back, ask some questions, or they might say, you know what? Let me go ahead. It says it's a green get started button right here. Let me go ahead and get started. However, if you don't have the landing page, then you can just put in the bit.ly 2022 wealth and then tell them then to join, visit blank. And that's where you will put your myEcon website and tell them to click join now. So make sure you understand that you're not putting bit.ly 2022 wealth if you already have a landing page. If you already have a landing page, it should say join your first name. And if that name wasn't available, it should say join your whatever your first and last name is. So just make sure that's very clear. You're not putting, if you have a landing page, you're only putting one link in this message. If you don't have a landing page, then you're putting the 2022 wealth plus your myEcon website. Hope that's clear. If not, let me know. And then I say the $9.95 special expires soon, so grab yours ASAP. If you want to, you can tell them 48 hours, 24 hours, however you want to spend that. But don't change anything else. But that part, you can just say, hey, it expires in 48 hours. That's a little bit more sense of urgency than soon. So, if in fact, if I was you, go ahead and add that. Go ahead and say it expires in 24 hours. You say 24, because you never know when they're gonna actually see that message. And then I said, so grab yours ASAP/today so you can be in position to bless someone else with this special. Then I say, once you're in, reply I'm in. So I said so we can send you the next steps, because naturally I'm always saying we when it's us, but you can say so I can send you the next steps. Looking forward to celebrating your success, and then you can just close out with your name. Real sweet, real to the point. They requested the information, they gave you the green light, and you have the psychology embedded in it to the point where if they like what they see and they want to take action, why it's $10, you got 24 to 48 hours to take that action. So that's that. And then I'm gonna end with this, and y'all let me know if y'all have any questions about anything, because I want to make sure it's clear. I don't want somebody to say, well, I thought this. Please make sure it's clear, because I think it's clear, but just because I think so, sometimes I can have typos in my message, but because I knew what I was saying, I can read it as if it's typed out correctly. Then the queen will read it and be like, man, you got like 8 typos in this thing. I'm like, it made sense to me. So just because it's clear to me don't mean it can't be clear to you. So don't hesitate to let me know, nah, this don't make sense. Can you clarify this? It ain't no problem. I just want to make sure it's clear after we leave here. So this is the message right here that you can send to people you already converse with, and this could be a final day push. Like, say you go hard and you say, you know what, I ain't got 5,000 friends, but I got 300, I got 700, I got 1,000 to work with. Yes. I'm gonna bang out these messages to all of these people, and the last 12 hours, I'm gonna send this follow-up message to everybody I send it to, let them know, hey, this door's closing. Now you got something to work with because you already planted the seeds. So if I was you, I spend a lot of time planting those seeds, seeing who wants to give you the green light. And this can go for the people you've already communicated with as well. Like we said, we brought in about 5 people recently with this one message, and I just said, hey, now you might want to change this because this was people who requested information, but it says the info you requested. Now you can keep this if they answer A, B, C, or D. So it said the info you requested is very time sensitive because they said A or B for more details, A, B, C, or D for more details. But the info you requested, letting them know that you didn't just send it to them for nothing, they requested it, is very time sensitive. So if these goals are serious to you, take action right away while it's just 10 to get started, and we'll make sure you get a return on your investment. So that's giving a level of confidence, like, look, we're gonna make sure you get a return on your investment. And if it's getting close to the nitty gritty, you can also include, look, take action right away because the door closes in 12 hours, in 10 hours, in 5 hours, at midnight, whatever the case may be, because sense of urgency tends to move people into action. Now, a lot of times they'll do it just in it's $10, let me see. But once they actually get in myEcon and they come to these trainings, they'll be like, man, this is valuable. And they'll want to stick around, even though they were just trying to stick their toe in the water. That's all we want to do. You can stick your toe in the water, but I promise you, we're going to give you something that make you want to stick your whole foot in and stick around for a while, to say the least. But that's pretty much the flow, those 2 messages. And that last message is a message that you can send to somebody who's on the fence. They haven't quite said no. And if they say no, no big deal. We're going for 20 no's. We're going for plenty no's. But hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if anything about those messages didn't make sense. Yeah, I see Quilla, she excited about it. Y'all are awesome. So she loving it. She ready to run with it. But let me know if anything about that didn't make sense, because this is something that we can use in addition to you posting testimonials on your page, because you got to keep in mind, you want to, before you even start this, make sure you can drop, because stories last for 24 hours. Make sure you took about 5 testimonies of some, you got them in your stories, just right there. Some welcome banners. You got them in your stories. You got some stuff on your page, because if they come lurking and looking, they're going to come and see something. You're going to give them something to see. Because if they come looking and lurking in this ghost town over there and you just posting $10 opportunity, I don't want no part of it. But if they see some success, some testimony, something that they resonate with, then they're like, you know what, let me go ahead and vote A, B, C, or D, because I'm definitely not already financially free. Let me go ahead and see what it's about, because they don't want to not know. Some people, they'll just do it because they know it. But it don't matter, because they gave you the green light to send that follow-up message. So what was you going to say, Coin?
Please save these messages to your phone.
Yes.
Save the messages to your phone. Put your link in the message, okay? So that
edit it.
If you're going to send it out tonight, if you've been on this call, sending it out. If you don't already send it to 20 people.
You know what I'm saying?
Hungry. Save it to your phone. Sometimes I do pop quizzes. Oh, and I hate being disappointed. I say, okay, Queen, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only thing they needed was the first message. Everybody should have the message about let's make 2020 your best year yet, because it's been dropped in the group several times already.
100%.
You better talk.
100%.
You better talk.
It ain't no.
You better preach.
I mean, you can text it to yourself, your notes. Like, I mean, I know if you got an iPhone, you can text yourself. So there's no excuse.
Android too. I stay texting myself.
Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I gotta go. Y'all, have posture. Be confident in what you have. If they say no, get out my inbox. Have a blessed day, my friend.
Yeah, wish you nothing but prosperity.
I wish you nothing but send them good
right,
energy. You gonna go cry? You gonna go cry because they told you no?
Yeah, send them good vibes. They'll feel it later, you know.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. And what we do when we send out a large amount of messages, because I know it can even be a little boring. Copy, paste, paste. I mean, we'll do that. Like I said, till my fingers hurt. And in the meantime, I got some motivation playing in my ear. Some of y'all seen my stories because y'all was up late last night. We were watching an experienced network marketer who was making in 2014, making $1 million a month on the stage, talking bad to folks. And we watching it because it's keeping me motivated. I'm like, he right. If he could do $1 million in 2014, I can do $1 million. I do $1 million a month, and I'm just going. Listen to some motivation. You got Holton Bugs, you got Les Brown, you got Jim Rohn, you got Stormy Wellington, who is a Black woman, broken records. Her first year in network marketing, she did $1 million. First year. And she really talked bad. Some of y'all know Stormy. She really talked bad to her team. We don't talk bad to y'all, nothing like that. But it's because if you're hungry, you're going to go get it. It's so we sending out messages, listening to motivation. We ain't watching TV. We don't know what's on Netflix. People be like, oh, y'all see that new movie? Y'all see Squid Games? What's that? Y'all see Tyler Perry? What's that? Because they rich already and I'm not. So why I gotta know what's going on with them and not focusing on what's going on in here, right? It's like our mentality is just different, and you'll get there if you're hungry enough. That's all I got because I'm ready to send out some messages.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to that real quick because she talked about these different leaders who are, in network marketing, got some level of influence in network marketing. They ain't got the product that we got. We love how Stormy go in and the work she put in and she empowered the women, but they selling potions and teas and nothing against it. It ain't that people can't get the benefits from that, but you don't need that to lose weight. We got people that we know personally. You just changed a couple of things about your diet. The queen and lost 60 pounds just not eating as many carbs, killing it. Got a push button diet. She gained 5 pounds, she can lose 5.
I know how to lose.
Next week, so it don't require it. But who does not need financial literacy? Now, health is wealth. We get all that. But a lot of the people that's pushing and going so hard, they don't have the myEcon product, personal financial success. You see, instead of us figuring out because myEcon got a lot to offer. We got a vitamin, the Daily Ultimate, with tons of vitamins that's loaded. That used to be a #1 product for a company, and they made multi-millions of dollars selling this juice. myEcon got that just so the reps know they got something that they can use that's phenomenal. myEcon got coffee. myEcon got the things that can help you lose weight. We got Nubia Trim, and I love it. And even though I don't need to lose weight, when I did the research on the ingredients in it and realized how good it is in general beyond losing weight, I love it. So we got some great products there. We got, the roadside assistance. We got the best travel company that is making people who were with travel companies, travel agents, come over here and say, I'm getting more savings over here. So we got all that. But what we magnify is personal financial success, because at the end of the day, no matter what company a person is in, they still want personal financial success. They're not joining the network marketing company just because they love the product that much. No, they see an opportunity in it to be able to create some level of freedom. We start with the freedom. We start with the finances. We start with showing you how to better your cash flow. We got the best product in the nation, period. There's no reason why some of those people, and you got to understand, myEcon is still in its infancy to a degree. I know we got a lot of people who are doing great things, phenomenal things, and we got to take it to a whole nother level as well. But what you got to understand is that it's no reason that some of those network marketers who got 50,000 people in their organization, 100,000 people in their organization or more can't end up in your organization, can't end up in the royalty movement. It's no reason why they can't happen. Why? Because all roads lead to myEcon. All roads lead to personal financial success. A lot of them don't know about the tax deduction they're leaving on the table. They don't know about the W-4. They don't know about having a job and leveraging the job to build wealth, even if you're not the biggest builder. They don't know about that. They don't know about credit. They don't have the #1 DIY credit system in the nation. They don't have it. So we got the best product as well, but you can learn from their work ethic and then apply it into your life so you can stay focused and go hard in that process. I just wanted to get that off my chest so y'all can know we the best. That being said, what else we got? Do anybody else got any questions? Was that pretty clear? We got our marching orders. Do we know how we can run and operate? Do we know how to access those testimonies? Because those need to be on your page and in your stories over these next 48 hours. So when people come lurking and looking, they got something to see. You know what I mean? So any questions before we wrap this thing up? We just wanted to fire y'all up and let y'all know the power and the value that you got and how hard we're going to go over these next 48 hours and how hard we're going to continue to go to help you hit your goals, etc. But we want to put some money in your pocket. We want you getting some direct deposits on a regular basis, on a weekly basis. Everybody here needs to be getting that email on Tuesday where myEcon say your cash flow just increased. And I don't care if it's $14 because you brought in one person. That 14 can turn into 28. That 28 can turn into 100. That 100 can turn into 200, 500, 1,000. But you started somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. So we just want you getting those deposits on a regular basis by empowering yourself and empowering others. Any questions, comments, feedback? Who ready to run? We can get a lot done in 48 hours. Don't get it twisted.
Man,
don't get it twisted.
everybody,
Don't
Nope,
feel bad
let's
about
get it.
what you've done or didn't do. Don't feel bad about what you didn't do over the past week, over the past 2 weeks, over the past 3 weeks. Go hard now.
everybody on here can hit infinity. Everybody on here can hit infinity.
Yo,
By Friday, everybody on here.
the potential is there.
It's 100 reps. Everybody can hit infinity. And it's not all coming from you. If you can bring in 20, teach those 20 how to bring in a little 3, 4, 5 people.
Even if, listen, she said you can bring in 20. If 5 of them say, you know what, I want to have another stream of income. If those 5 brought in 20, guess what? You infinity. You brought in 20. You ask them the question, which is already in the step. Hey, do you just want to apply the strategies or do you want to make money? I'm open to having another stream of income. I'm open, man. You plugging them into the process. 5 of them people also brought in 20. They platinum, you infinity.
Tammy gonna do 20 tonight.
Tammy
on fire.
Look, Tammy finna work around some, she finna make it do what it do. So, yo.
Everybody on here can hit infinity. I'm telling y'all, everybody on here can hit infinity, and we can all be running the CEO.
Wait, what'd you say? I was sending messages. No, I'm just playing.
Period.
I wasn't playing. I'm actually sending messages, but I was listening.
I can't hear you. I'm pressing keys. I'm sending them messages out.
My clicky keep going.
Period.
That's right.
Period. That's what it's about, y'all. That's all I got. I want to keep going in. Y'all, we really want this for y'all. The income is amazing.
Look.
The income is amazing.
Look, Shay over there working now. I can tell.
The income is amazing.
Look, income strategies over there working,
and
right?
all of y'all deserve that income.
I'm putting that work in.
I had somebody on this team say, you know what? I'm tired of being a grown adult asking another grown adult for permission to do X, Y, Z. They were talking about their job. The income with myEcon is amazing. But you got to work and get it. Just like you working hard on that job, work hard in your business and watch what happens.
And you working that job hard this week, hard today, is not going to pay you a year from now. It's not going to pay you 2 years from now. Because if you stop working and performing, they stop paying. It's things that you can do over these next 48 hours that may pay you for the next 48 months. I want y'all to catch that because it's stuff we did during the promo that paid us for 4 years plus. That's 48 months. If my math is correct, 12 times 4. So it's something you can do in these 48 hours that might continue to pay you for the next 48 months. And myEcon don't miss a check. Why? Because they don't have any debt. They don't have any overhead. They invest money. So the company is sitting on millions. And Stokes don't mind. Oh, we didn't even talk about the coupon.
It's okay. We can talk about it in the group.
Okay.
So we can let them go.
Okay. Yo, we don't want to keep you out because there's one thing but Stokes don't mind. Understand, people getting in at 10, but they paying out 14. Plus they paying out overrides to the upline. You got to have the money to do that. They ain't putting nothing on credit. They got the cash flow and they invest in the people, the members, and things of that nature. So,
I just realized I didn't even eat. Same thing last night.
Right.
I was like, shoot, I forgot to eat dinner multiple times this week. And guess what? Tomorrow
I haven't ate either, Queen.
Yeah, tomorrow that check gonna drop. The next myEcon check gonna drop from the work that you did last week. Next Thursday, because they be dropping them early. Next Thursday is gonna be the work that you do this week.
We supposed to get paid on Fridays,
you got tonight, you got Thursday, you got till Friday midnight. Let's rank up. Let's bank up big, y'all. I got faith in every single person on here,
Right.
but you're gonna have faith in yourself. I can't have more faith in you than you have in yourself. I talk to y'all how I talk to y'all. My sister talked to y'all how y'all talk, how she talked to y'all. He talked to y'all like this because he cared. At the end of the day, if we hurt your feelings, get out your feelings and bless these folks. Ease their hurt by getting sign-ups. That's all I got. Because I already sent some messages. Ease that hurt by getting sign-ups. If we hurt your feelings, you'll be all right. Get you some sign-ups.
All right.
Get out your feelings and get in your bag.
Period.
You know what I'm talking about?
Period.
You know what I'm saying? All right, questions
All we
going
got.
I
on?
know that's right.
Look, you got any closing remarks? You good? You ready to go to work? You ready to bust through that CEO?
Yep.
How you feeling?
Yep. You already know. I'm going straight to CEO. My team
get
coming
it.
with me though.
Absolutely. That's what it's all
Where
about.
that 24,
Let's
where
ride,
that 5 hour
Queen,
energy
let's
drink
ride.
at? Where that
Right.
5 hour energy drink at?
Hey, I'm about a six-pack. I'm
Gone.
about a six.
Already
I'm
gone.
not playing. I'm not
I'm
playing.
actually about to go live.
I'm not
Uh-oh,
playing.
Taylor Live 4-5 joining.
I will stay up all night. I'm serious about my dogs. I mean, I'm serious about mine. Like that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm serious about mine.
Well, all right. Queens and kings, let's get it. We know what to do. Now it's time to do what we know. You see, we live in a world where we're conditioned for failure. And oftentimes we have been programmed or fooled into mediocrity. So people find themselves living like peasants instead of the royalty that they were meant to be. But you see here in the royalty movement, we see the king in you. I see that queen in you from start to finish. It's just time for you to take your seat on the throne, because this is where we uplift your character, your confidence, and your cash flow. As royalty, you should establish a solid financial foundation that'll soon lead to your abundance and thriving empire. Take your seat on the throne. You are royalty. Now let's go dominate these next 48 hours. Yeah.
And that's that piece.
Go.